All right, so this will be the very first DaebakCast episode. This is a show where three K-pop fans come together to discuss whatever it is, whatever topics we bring to the table each week. And with me today is Nathan Swisher.
Hello.
Andrew Lee.
What's up?
And then me, Jacob Burrett, and I will be your host. And all right, so for the first topic, we'll just get right into it, I guess, is an intro to all of us and how we got into K-pop and stuff like that. So since this was Nate's topic, I'm going to let him go first.
Yep. So I figured a good way to start the show for any newcomers, people that don't know us, and even people that maybe we attract to this podcast that don't know K-pop. Be a good way to start is introduce ourselves and how we got into K-pop, and then maybe some tips on how we get our friends into K-pop or people who aren't as interested. I got into K-pop from about 2010. I want to say I was following a lot of professional StarCraft. As most people know, StarCraft is very popular in Korea.
It's the national sport.
It's the national sport, and well, at least it used to be. Now League of Legends is, but that's a different conversation. But yeah, professional StarCraft was big there. This was right when StarCraft 2 came out, so that was a big thing. And I was following some pro StarCraft players, and actually it was an American StarCraft player that I got introduced to K-pop from. But Huck, he was a Protoss player that I followed. And what in between games he would just play K-pop music videos on his streams. I was like, this is pretty catchy, and kind of just jumped in from there. And
do you know what the first one they ever showed was?
The first one he ever showed? No, there's no way I would remember. But definitely got attracted to G when I first heard that. So that was the gateway drug, as I've always called it, because that song is like a gateway drug. Mm-hmm. So G by Girls' Generation. It's the catchiest song you've ever heard, probably. That's
literally the catchiest song in the world.
Exactly. So I stepped on there, followed a lot of Girls' Generation stuff, followed a couple other girl groups like Kara and 4 Minute. I refused to follow 2NE1 or Wonder Girls because they were Girls' Generation's rivals for a while. I've since branched out, but early on I was hardcore Sochi fan. And yeah, kind of just went from there. I stuck with Girls' Generation and watched a lot of their variety shows and stuff, and that kind of got me into other Korean culture and watching variety shows and dramas. But yeah, I branched out, other girl groups, other guy groups, just everything now that I listen to, everything. So that's about it.
All right. So coming up next, I guess we'll segue into Andrew's story, and then we'll finish off with mine.
Okay, so I'm, I guess, the newest one to K-pop, technically. I really only got into it around 2011. So how I got into K-pop is kind of a really long, arduous story, but thankfully, it's our podcast, so I can take as long as I want. Not shitting.
Yeah, you say in only 2011, but I've seen so many people around who've only recently got into it, 2013, 2014, yeah.
Yeah, which is crazy considering I thought that K-pop really got big back then, so it's weird.
Yeah.
So
it did, but not to the level it is now.
So I guess for those people that don't know, I went to the Fashion Institute of Technology in New York City, and I took a fashion, or it's a fashion school, but I took a accessories design degree. I'm a shoe designer, and the school, for whatever reason or not, I guess it's because fashion's popular in Korea, but there's a lot of Koreans in my program and everything, and so I was just really exposed to I guess that's the first time I really got sucked in. I had prior exposure to K-pop by my one friend Lizelle. Shout outs to her. She randomly showed me Big Bang MVs one day. She randomly showed me Haru Haru, and I'm just like, what in the world is this?
One of the classics.
Why is this video so dramatic, and why is she pretending that this girl has to die, or that this girl dies, or whatever? It's like it's like an M. Night Shyamalan plot twist of K-pop MVs. and she showed me like Taeyang, like Wedding Dress, of course.
Wedding Dress, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of people's first K-pop songs from what I hear. But yeah, so I had going into college, I had a bit of exposure into K-pop, but I didn't really like immerse myself into that world because my prior musical background was just a lot of typical American music, like like rock sort of stuff, hip hop, that sort of thing. So I guess there was just kind of a barrier with the language. It's like I don't understand like the words necessarily, so
yep.
It'd be weird.
Best part.
yeah. It's just like you don't.
Exactly.
It could be you could say it's the greatest song in the world, but like you don't know a single word until you look up the lyrics or look up a translation or a romanization of it. So, it's kind of a shallow reason, to be completely honest, like how I really got into K-pop. But I guess I got into it through one of my. I mean, I kind of told her like this whole story, so she knows who she is. But I kind of had a crush on her, or like I made like eye contact with her across the room or whatever, and then we suddenly started talking, and she was just. She's a Filipino girl like me, but she was really into like Korean music as well. So
you've told us about
how
Filipinos feel about the Korean music.
Yeah, no, Filipinos are obsessed with it. So yeah, as shameless as it sounds, I literally got into K-pop because I wanted to hit on a girl.
Whatever works.
Yeah, so how it works is like like I became friends, like she's still like a part of my like close circle of friends now, like to this day, like me, her, and another one of my friends. And so she'd periodically tell me like, oh, like I love SHINee, they're this really like popular like K-pop group and that sort of stuff. And she loved Taemin, and like she was like obsessed with him and all that sort of stuff. And every time we'd pass by Penn Station, she'd be like, because this is around the time that SM Town was taking place that year. So
I would have killed to go to that.
Yeah, it was in like September or whatever. And every time we'd pass by Penn Station, she's like, "Oh, SM Town! I wish I could get tickets for it." And then, so I started to slowly get interested in it. Then one day, we finished the class early, and we were around Midtown, and it turns out that there was, or the day after SM Town, actually, we were in the area of, at the time was called the Best Buy Theater, which is now the PlayStation Theater, and they were having a Girls' Generation sort of like meet and greet there. And so just out of the blue, we waited in line for like 6 hours.
I can't believe this.
Oh,
man.
Yeah, like that's quite an introduction of K-pop. Like I had no idea who Girls' Generation was.
Meeting Girls' Generation.
I'm pretty spoiled. And
like I mean, I can't complain about my exposures and stuff, but
like at first,
start out.
Yeah, what? Go ahead. Actually,
meeting them is ridiculous.
Like, I was pretty judgmental at first because the line was a lot of like guys. There were a lot of girls too. Like a lot of like, I guess how it is today, it's just like a lot of older guys and like 13-year-old girls, because there's no in between in K-pop.
Sounds so weird.
There's no in betweens.
Well, there's Jacob. He's an in between. He's a younger guy.
I was like 18 at the time, so I mean, I guess
so you're his age.
Yeah, I was around Jacob's age at that time, so. But no, a lot of them were like really like intense, like.
That
in the line,
the guys that are shouting during the.
In the line, they were passing out like pictures, and I happened to get Jessica, who ended up going on to be my bias in the group, and people were like, "Yo, you got Jessica? You got Jessica?" And I just like, I'm hiding this right now. I don't want to deal with this guy.
Yeah.
Partially because I didn't end up keeping it. I actually gave it to the girl the girl that showed me Big Bang, Lizelle. I gave it to her as like a Christmas present, since at the time I didn't really know what K-pop was. So yeah, people were really intense. So
now you want to ask her for it back, right?
I don't know if she still has Jessica. It. I mean, like.
She sold it on eBay.
No, it wasn't autographed or anything. It was just literally just a picture of Jessica.
Oh, it was just a picture?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, if it was autographed, I wouldn't have given it away, maybe. But. So yeah, there was a lot of the people that came were like from Canada that drove like 8+ hours just to see.
Yeah.
It wasn't. They didn't even perform, or they performed one song, and it was The Boys. That's it.
Yeah. I've seen
Yeah.
the video of it. Like,
Was that
And
when
a
they
few
were
times.
on Tonight Show or whatever?
No,
Is that around
the
the same-
Tonight Show was a couple months afterwards, but yeah, this was technically their first like performance in America. So I guess
Oh,
that's
after
yeah.
SM Town.
yeah, after SM Town, so it was kind of notable. And but like my friend, the girl that got me into K-pop, or the girl that I was trying to hit on, quote unquote, she actually wasn't really into Girls' Generation. She just wanted to go because she was like, oh, what if Shiny shows up? And then while we were waiting in line, she's like, it was like, oh, did he just pass by, or did Temin just pass by? And then everyone was like panicking in the line or whatever.
They're like, what?
Yeah.
It's like, who? What? What does that mean?
So once we
What
get
does Temin mean?
so once we get inside, it was just like it was insane. Like we snuck up because I'm pretty good at concerts because I go to like a lot of rock concerts, so I'm used to like
Yeah.
being in like the pit. And so we snuck like on like one of the edges and got like to the front of the stage.
Yep.
And oh man, when they came on, like, or no, it was before they even came on. They were just playing the MVs, and everyone
Yeah,
was
yeah.
doing the fan chants already. Like
Yeah.
once they did Into the New World, I lost my hearing pretty much. And yeah, and actually, one thing I remembered was during Sunny actually injured her ankle or something when they were performing The Boys.
I think she fell or
Like
something.
during
Or no-
that performance?
Yeah,
Or-
I think that during that performance, I remember somebody was then mentioning like, oh, like I think Sunny hurt herself or whatever. But I mean, she seemed fine afterwards. But so I guess the craziest thing I can remember from then was these two crazy fanboys fighting over. I think they autographed the T-shirt and then just threw it into the crowd, and then they were knocking over like all the 13-year-old girls. It was like a mosh.
Sounds about right.
And then
Jacob and I would totally have done that.
Yeah, no,
Oh
like
my
if,
God,
if
dude.
you were to transport me from today back, like 5 years ago, or
You'd
6
be
years
in that.
ago, I'd be one of those like crazy fanboys fighting over that T-shirt. And then, so yeah, it was a really crazy introduction to K-pop, I guess. You know, after that, I went home, and then I started like looking up all these songs, and then another one of my friend's favorite groups was 21, and then it turns
Yep.
out that a couple months later, it was December, I think, that 21 won the first and only MTV Iggy Award. It was sort of like
Oh, yeah.
an international awards thing. They had a bunch of like artists come up from different countries. Like there was one artist named Yuna. She was from Thailand, I believe. And for some reason, like Skrillex got nominated. He was like in the American sort of category,
the
but then
American
everyone was
representative.
So it was pretty much the same sort of thing. Like the concert was for 21, except. Yeah, it was much colder since it was in December, but that was amazing. Like getting to see like 21 perform, and you know we'll get into that later. But unfortunately, I never got to see them perform again. But yeah, I think like for the first couple months of being into K-pop, I think I had a pretty crazy introduction.
Yeah, that sounds like it. I
sounds
just
like-
sat at home and watched music videos on YouTube for my introduction.
Yeah, that pretty much sums up mine. So I remember it pretty vividly. So this is back in 2011, like before all the SM Town stuff. So probably I didn't know the SM Town was happening even because I wasn't into it like super by that point. But what happened was I was in this like chat room with a bunch of internet friends, and then one of them links this strange music video. I'm like, oh, it must be J-pop or something because this guy really likes Vocaloid and all that. So I'm like, all right, I'll click on it, and then it's like it's Girls' Generation G. I'm like, oh, this is great.
It's the
It's
gateway
catchy.
drug.
Yeah, I know. And then I didn't hear from it again. I'm like, oh, this is cool because I thought it was Japanese.
Yeah.
And then like a couple months later, I found it again on the recommended videos on the side of YouTube. So I was like, all right,
Okay.
oh, it's that video again. I'll click on it. And I started reading the comments and I'm like, oh, they're Korean, not Japanese. And then I click on the next video, which is SNSD. Oh. And then it leads on, it snowballs and snowballs. And yeah, I've been like that ever since, which it's kind of weird for me as well because I live in a place that's like very rural, so like everybody's like like truck yeah, country music.
Yeah.
Like yeah, like pretty much like So I didn't know a single person who was into K-pop so 8th grade was probably how old I was when I first got into it. So yeah, I'm pretty young. So it's like 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade up until I graduated. I didn't know anybody who
That's
was
okay.
into K-pop.
I didn't know anyone into K-pop other than people I got into K-pop until I went to Korea. So
Yeah.
like, I had to go all the way to the country to meet.
You had to go to the source.
Granted, I went to a school of like 6,000 for college, and it was in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So, and then I didn't meet anybody who actually knew anything about it until I got to college this past semester, where there was actually somehow there's a Korean club at my small university with only like 3,000 people. So I was like, all right, I'm joining that. And unfortunately, we didn't meet that many times, but still gave some like, I guess, physical people to talk about it with.
Real
and stuff
people.
like that. So
yeah.
not just
internet people.
random people, randoms online like you guys.
Yeah, no, we're horrible.
Yeah, we're strangers to each other.
We're nothing like the real thing. Actual people.
All right.
So do we want to mention some tips of what we throw at people to get them into K-pop? So obviously
All right.
G is number one for me. Like,
Yeah,
gateway drug, it got me into it. I throw it to all my friends, even if they don't like K-pop, they like G and they like Bubble Pop. Those are the two songs that they love. They can't get enough of, even if they don't like any other K-pop of some time.
Like, the secret to a catchy K-pop song pretty much is that you have to repeat a word enough. Like, the title of the song, you have to repeat it enough that it just gets stuck in your head.
Exactly.
Yeah, Fantastic Baby is a must. Add that to the list.
Yep.
Let's see. If they've been living under a rock, Gangnam Style.
Yeah, I mean, everyone knows that at this point.
Honestly, at this point, I don't even count it anymore.
Yeah, Gangnam Style is the exception to K-pop at this point.
Yeah. It's Korean, but it's not K-pop anymore.
Yeah. It's transcended K-pop.
It's ascended to just music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, I think another way that you could get them to, I guess, people to look into it is sort of just nonchalantly, like, play it in your car, and they'll be like, oh, this isn't in English. Eventually. And then they'll be jamming, they're like, all right, who is this? I need them.
Yeah, because I think that, like, again, there's sort of a barrier with the language, but other than that, I guess music in general is really a universal language, because there's so many parallels that you can draw to, like, how similar music or like the sort of subgenres that are in K-pop compared to, like, American music. Like, you know, that's the sort of hip hop stuff. There's, you know, like, you have your rock bands, you have your, like, main, like, bubbly pop sort of thing. So, you know, like, let's say, like, oh, if you like Kendrick or, like, really like hardcore hip hop, maybe you should listen to, you know, like
Zico
like Tablo, or, like, you know, like these sort of guys. I think it's a good idea to sort of give them a reference point, you know, like something that's sort of similar to, because, like, much like you would do, like, if you're trying to introduce people to new music, even if it's American music, you're just like, oh, if you like this person, you know, I guess you can sort of be like a human, like, Spotify suggestion sort of thing. It's like, if you like this, you will like insert band here, like that sort of thing.
So
and even with
that's
go
ahead.
Okay. With the language stuff, that's, like, actually a positive for me that it's not in English, because to me it's just another instrument at that point, and you don't get the cringiness of the lyrics that comes from, like, normal pop. That's, like, one of the reasons why I try to stay away from American pop, is the lyrics are usually just horrible.
But then there's the English and random English in some songs, like TVXQ's Purple Line. Look that up. Look that up if you haven't seen it. So I'm going to go into the next topic, because we just reached 40 minutes on this one. And all right, so the next topic would be, since we're going through nostalgia times here, would be to talk about sort of like the different generations of K-pop and sort of like the bridges in between them, and how we are they kind of keep getting replaced and cycled through each of the groups, and I think it's recently similar that or not similar, but like sort of interesting phenomena that the Generation 2, which were like the big ones, such as like Girls' Generation, Super Junior, Big Bang, they're starting to be replaced by the newest generation ones, such as Twice, BTS, EXO, stuff like that.
Blackpink.
Yeah, Blackpink, over 21, stuff like that. It's interesting. So.
What do you call this Generation 4? Is that usually
I'd say
if you're
this
counting,
is I think this is the fourth generation. I'm not particularly sure because first generation was groups such as H.O.T, Shinhwa, SES, all those
like anything where
all
it's
those classic
before
ones.
the turn of the century, essentially.
Yeah.
And then after that, we had the Generation 2 idols such as I think the first ones to really become like huge were TVXQ. Because at one time they were the biggest. They had the biggest fan club for any pop group in the world, in the entire world. That blows my mind. And then, you got groups like Super Junior and Big Bang to come out, and then finally we get to the crown jewel of them all for me.
The golden age of K-pop.
Girls' Generation debuts, and because there weren't that many girl groups back then until they came around.
Yeah, Girls' Generation kind of brought them back.
Yep, after the disbandment of like Finkel and
SES.
Yeah, is it Finkel?
Yeah, I think it's.
I always say Finkel.
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Finkel is such a weird sounding name, though. Like,
although there was jewelry that whole time.
Yeah,
they
but nobody really knew them, and by the time they disbanded, they didn't have any of the original members.
I guess technically the Korean pronunciation is Pinkel, but
Pinkel.
There's no F sound.
No, it can just be Tinkle.
Sure.
Tinkle from Zelda. There you go.
Yep, Tinkle. Yeah, and then Gen 3 was like, you'd say it would be like FX and Shiny. And...
Yeah. If we're going by like SM, I guess we could base it off of their cycles.
That's kind of how I've always thought of it.
Because SM and
guy
JYP,
group and girl group from SM,
they sort of like kept themselves aligned. Whereas YG, I think, was a little staggered because 21, a lot of times they competed with the second gen groups mostly, even though they debuted around the same time as the third gen groups did.
Yeah.
I guess.
And then YG didn't have a third generation girl group at all.
Yeah, they didn't at all because not until Blackpink.
And then they didn't make another like boy group until like Winner and like all those. But
Winner and Icon.
That was much later than like EXO and like when all these new boy groups are coming around.
Yep.
Yeah, and I guess from other companies we have also like 4 Minute. In 2009, then A-Pink 2010,
Miss
and
A.
then Miss A from JYP. So that was their third generation group, and then fourth generation we have Twice now, who are looking to be SNSD 2.0.
Yeah,
it's
just
gonna be
great. I guess as a preface, since like this is for people that don't know, like if you haven't like guessed already, we are like the one binding thing between all of us is that we're huge like SNSD like fanboys, like unabashedly huge SNSD
and that
fanboys.
Is turned into giant Twice fanboys.
Yeah, pretty much. Because Twice is sort of like the replacement.
They really are the replacement.
I have something to show. I got my Twice coaster
you
signed by Jihyo. All right, Jihyo. All right.
And we all have the album. Like I can pull mine from over here.
It's right there.
My albums are at school, but yeah, we all have Twice coaster. Cause I'm home for winter break. Just as a preface, I'll have a different background next, maybe in 2 sessions after this. So yeah. And so I guess that could bring us into actually, I guess that could bring us into topic 3, which is the second topic was pretty short, but topic 3 will be the casualties of this year, because very many iconic groups disbanded this year, and I guess we could take this time to speak about that because it's tragic. So Andrew, you have a rest in peace list that you put together.
List.
Yeah, so like yesterday I tried to compile a list of all the groups that either had disbanded outright or had members leave or that sort of thing. And unfortunately, I don't know, maybe it's just because of recency bias or whatever, but it seems like 2016 had a lot of groups disbanding. Like, again, going back to the previous topic where we had, the whole it seems like a bunch of groups from the third generation are just outright disbanding. I guess they just, like, we were talking before we started the podcast about, like, the 5-year curse or the 7-year curse or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like, or if you still make it after a certain anniversary, they just straight up disband. So,
oh, man.
it's not any. I guess it's sort of in alphabetical order, but I guess the first person of note was Minji, left 21.
Man, so threw everybody for a loop there.
Yeah,
like that was like, holy shoot!
And like it came out of nowhere because that was pretty early into the year, and like towards, was it at Mama that they had a performance, right? Was it there?
I think I'm trying to recall.
I'm not sure.
Wait, Mama,
2015. Yeah, Mama 2015. I think they had a performance where it was it was their first performance in like a while or whatever, or like the first, because at the time CL had been doing a lot of her solo stuff, and it had been a couple years since or like a year or so since their last album release. So everyone's just like, oh my god, 21's back, we can't wait for the new album in 2016, and then out of nowhere,
yeah, it looks like it was a surprise performance.
Yeah,
everyone was expecting a CL
I remember
solo performance, and then the rest of them showed up.
Yeah, they came back for that, like, those couple of songs, and everyone on like Tumblr and Twitter and Reddit were going insane, because it's very rare that a YG artist performs, let alone 21 like coming back after a while. So, and yeah, I guess it kind of sucks, but I mean, we kind of saw it coming because of. YG, he has a really bad habit of locking people in his so-called dungeon,
for a while, yeah.
Who knows when we'll see Blackpink again?
Yeah, God knows when we'll see Blackpink again, Like, I think YG's quota for new music is like, okay, I have 5 new songs for the entire year among all my groups.
Yeah.
Anything more than that, that's too much. I don't need that much money.
And they're not
you get one album every 2 years, all right? That's it.
Yeah, I mean, like, I guess we're sort of spoiled in K-pop where we're used to a faster, like, music cycle.
New groups have to push out music faster just to get recognized because of how many groups there are nowadays.
They got to stay relevant.
Yeah, because I guess with the international explosion of K-pop and that, like, how big it is, it's so hard to get that sort of recognition. It's like, there's new songs literally coming out every week, so that's why you gotta keep yourselves in the public conscience. Which
I mean, Twice has been just over a year debut and already has 3 singles.
Yeah, they've had
all over 100 million views.
Yeah, which is insane.
She's freaking crazy, dude.
Just goes to show like how crazy their popularity is. But like compared to one album every 2 or 3 years is kind of a norm when it comes to American music. Like,
normal music.
Yeah, like, or you can get like bands that go like decades without making an album or without even touring or showing up. So I guess in that sort of sense we're really spoiled.
Definitely spoiled.
And then little did we know, or initially they announced that 21 would continue as a 3-person group, and then the dreaded day came when they announced that 21 was just disbanding outright, and it's a really sad day. Again, going back to the first topic about our introduction, 21 was one of the first groups I got into. That's like that was my favorite group. Like before I really got in, like before I started like going like
outside
balls deep into like the Soshi
fandom.
like the black hole that is Soshi. So yeah.
Did Blackpink come out before the disbandment announcement or after? I can't remember.
I think they just made their debut because they debuted in August.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was pretty close to each other, or like I guess it was. I guess that's why everyone was thinking, or when Blackpink debuted, everyone was like, "Oh no, what does this mean for 21?" Because I guess
Yep.
it might be in its own topic.
I do remember that. So they were
They're
still around.
very, very, very
Yeah,
similar.
they're very, very
and they have the
similar.
same producer, everything.
Yeah, like
Yep.
well, I mean, like Teddy's pretty much the only guy that they
I was
hired to
gonna
write
say,
songs at
That's
YG.
all of YG's music. If it's not self-produced by the artists, it's Teddy.
Well, I mean, like, hey, at least he has a pretty good paycheck coming in, and you know,
Yeah.
those music royalties must be like paying his.
I'm
bills.
sure that guy's rolling in dough.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah,
Same with Pablo. He writes a lot of music as well.
like, I think that's pretty much an incentive of why like musicians in general want like the music writing credits, because you get to keep more money for it. Just like
Yeah.
a basic fact, but
The fruits of your labor.
yeah, definitely. But yeah, it sucks that like. Yeah, I guess we kind of saw with the advent or them pushing Blackpink so hard, you know, we kind of, and with Minji leaving, you know, everyone was just kind of, you know, expecting that 21 would just sort of take a back seat, especially since they've been around, you know, for such a long time. And,
Yeah.
I guess what some sort of information that we got revealed after the initial disbandment announcement was that, you know, CL revealed this on her Instagram or Twitter, I believe, or social media, that she flew.
didn't want it to
she flew
happen.
back to Korea and they tried to record. We're not clear if they tried to record, you know.
The whole album, or
They're definitely working on the
they
album.
were working on something.
they were working on.
I don't know if it was anything that was left over from that. I don't know if it was a new session or if it was something that was left over when Minji was still in the group. But they tried, and then it didn't work. And I mean, I kind of told you.
If I were to speculate, like this isn't pointing the fingers at anyone, because I think honestly, if it didn't work out, it wouldn't have worked anyways.
Mm-hmm.
But from what it seems to me is that Park Bom, she definitely wanted out of the company, and
Yeah.
I think she was probably the one that was more reluctant to, you know, push on with the album and get it done, because I mean, she probably, honestly, in the position she was in, she probably felt it was a lost cause because of all the controversies and stuff like that she had to go through.
And none of which really was her own fault. Like I feel so bad for Bomb, because I mean, you know, like between all like like you're ugly, and then which she got like plastic surgery. It's like, oh, why'd you get plastic surgery? And then, oh, why are you taking medications? And you know, like stupid like netizen stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like the stupid stuff that, you know, that everyone overanalyzes and overcriticizes. I mean, it comes with the internet, but yeah.
Yep.
And I guess like Minji also, in a sense, was really underutilized. Like, I guess I go so far as to say, like, in almost 21's entire like musical career, I feel Minji was very, very underutilized. Like she's really talented. You know, I know she's if we're putting her into the archetype, I know she's supposed to be the dancer of the group, but no, she's really talented. Like beyond that,
she's a good singer too.
I love her singing, and you know, it feels like she's kind of the forgotten one.
Yeah, she kind of was.
And I really. And you never really know how like group dynamics are behind the scenes, you know, like when they're on variety shows, everyone's friends, but you know, who knows how it is, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, when you have to live with the same people, like they've been living with the same people for 5 years, you do everything with them, you know, not everything is going to go, you know, perfectly, or you're going to have fights, you know, just like you do with any family. But, you know, I really hope that she didn't feel that way, like behind the scenes, because again, like Minji is just as integral of a part of 21 as, you know, the rest of the members were. And,
yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, and I guess there's no way around it, because since there were only 4 members, it's not like, you know, a bigger group like SNSD, where they have like some
they
people,
can lose a member.
Yeah, or like there's only so many people that were singers, or so many people that were like featured in each of the music videos, just because like logistics and everything. You know, each of them were like equally visible in all of the videos. So
yeah, for sure.
I guess it would have been. I guess, you know, if we're dealing in hypotheticals, it would have been interesting to see how a 21 album would have operated with just you know, CL, Bomb, and Dara. You know, I guess you know, how would line distribution work? You know, especially with 3 members.
Yeah, because in a 4-member group, losing just one member is colossal. Like, that is huge.
25%.
That's a quarter of your entire
group.
Yeah, that's
like being wiped out.
Although we did get some happy news this week. They went back and recorded a final goodbye single.
Mm-hmm.
We're not sure if it's all 4 or just the 3, but did they clarify? I didn't see anything yet.
I mean, the thing is though, because
It'd be nice if Minty came back and
But
just did that.
as-
I
without
doubt it, but
yeah, I doubt
yeah.
it because especially since she signed with CJ last I checked.
she did sign.
Yeah.
Something
like just
yeah.
directly with CJ.
Like they're, well, I mean CJ. If you like, I mean CJ technically runs Korea.
They just they own everything.
They
so
own
it
it.
doesn't
It's
matter.
either CJ or Samsung. Like,
Yeah.
they
You
have
want to move on?
they have their toe and everything. So moving on. Again, going back into like the third generation groups, we also lost 4 Minute.
That broke my heart even more than 21. I'm
definitely.
not gonna lie.
I guess
Same,
something. I
definitely.
guess something that's sort of like the 4 Minute and 21 situations share is that both of them were in situations where one of the members was getting a lot of solo promotion and the rest were with
Yeah,
CL and Hyuna respectively. Both are very
Hyuna's huge.
yeah. She's like I guess it's sort of like even before they had any inklings of them breaking up, everyone was just sort of like, oh, it's just Hyuna and then just like everyone else at this point.
Yeah.
Because Hyuna was literally in like 2 or 3 projects at the same
She
time.
was in Gangnam Style for God's sake.
Yeah, she was in Gangnam Style.
Like you can't get any bigger than that, and so yeah.
From what I heard, like a couple years ago, Hyuna is like every Korean man's dream. Like,
Yeah.
Well, because
I'm exaggerating, obviously, but you know what I mean.
Well, because she's definitely one of the first people to sort of like push the boundary when it comes to like being risque or being
Yeah.
that sort of like,
Sexy concept, as
yeah,
they
like
say.
even like I mean 2000 back in 2011 2012 there were sexy concepts, but Hyuna took it to a whole nother, like
Yeah.
I guess more in line with American sort of music.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Troublemaker, they had that kiss on stage and everything that that was just unheard of.
Oh man,
Yeah. Yeah.
Troublemaker. I need them to come out with another single, man.
Yeah, Troublemaker needs to come back.
They're
Hopefully,
both with Cube, so here's the hoping.
yeah, like as prediction for 2017, Troublemaker come back.
Yeah,
But
that's actually
yeah,
one
4
of them.
Minute. 4 Minute was a really big hit for me because they were probably the third group I got into after Sochi and Kara, which we'll speak on more, unfortunately. But
Cara's
yeah,
actually the next group on the list.
okay.
so
Well, we
you
can
Oh, man.
kind of segue because like those two groups are they were a big cornerstone of my introduction to K-pop, and definitely all three. Those are my top 3, like forever. I was lucky to see all 3 of them while I was in Korea.
I'm
Incheon
so
K-pop
jealous of
concert,
both of you guys.
and the K-pop concert had
Yeah.
like 20 different artists performing, and I got to see 4 Minute perform Volume Up, and I got to see Kara perform Pandora and Mister,
See, like
and that was amazing.
I don't have as much of an attachment to Kara as you guys do, because again, I really only found Kara during like the Pandora era, and that's the only song I ever heard from them. So
Okay,
and like, at that
so
time,
right before Nicole and Ji Young left.
Jiyoung, yep.
yeah,
For me, Kara was like, actually, it was probably like similar for me and Nate. Like I had SNSD, and then second was 4 Minute, third was 21, and then fourth was Kara. And with Kara, I had there was Step, which is like their catchiest
Step's
song
amazing.
ever.
Step's so
Step
good.
is such a catchy song.
Well,
If
I mean,
any of you guys are younger fans, go check out all of Kara's old music. It's great.
Yeah,
Mister.
Yeah,
Mister,
yeah.
Step,
La, la, la,
Lupin,
la, la.
Jumping. Yeah, that
Lupin?
whole era. Lupin, Pandora.
Yeah, just like a lot of I guess to define or like to summarize 2016, just a lot of these groups that had such like defining songs of the third generation, were the ones that sort of had member losses or straight up disbands. So
Yeah.
it was a really hard year,
Yep, and Kara had already gone through member losses. We had Nicole and Ji Young leave right after Pandora. Then they did Kara Project, got Youngji, who is Kara. Kara isn't actually disbanded. Youngji
Yeah, that's what Kara
exists.
stands for. Kara ain't really dead.
yeah.
Youngji still exists as the sole member of Kara.
Yeah, she's like she's the Force ghost of
Pretty much.
Of Kara, yeah, Youngji. All right.
And then they had
Her Youngji.
her Youngji.
yeah, I still don't know why they spell it like that. Like
Yeah, like HUR Youngji.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then they had Youngji. They had 2 more singles. They had Mamma Mia, which is amazing. Go check that song
Yep.
out too. And then Cupid, I know Jacob's less inclined to like Cupid.
I like it. I think it's
like
a good
Cupid,
song, but I think it was like lackluster compared to their other like really big singles, I guess.
I can agree with that. It
So-
is definitely a little bit lower bar than their other singles, but yeah, Kara was a really defining group, especially with Mister, because the butt dance is
Yeah.
just what everyone knows.
See, like,
That's how everyone
actually, for the
knows
longest
Kara.
time, I didn't know that was Kara. Cause,
Oh really?
Oh, really?
Because the only, like my first introduction to the butt dance or whatever is there was
It's
somebody.
like a GIF on Tumblr.
No. Somebody made a GIF of that on Tumblr or on Reddit, but they replaced it with all the members of Team Liquid.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
I'm a huge Team Liquid fanboy, so yeah. Unfortunately, both Kara and that Team Liquid lineup that they used in that GIF are both dead. So, RIP. Next up on the list is Rainbow. Again, this is another one of the groups that I don't have like too much of an attachment to. But you guys,
DSP, what are you doing?
I know DSP's falling apart, but then they created the group that we all needed.
yeah, like
Dude, yeah,
Pretty
Card,
much-
you have to succeed.
DSP is kind of like the Nintendo of the K-pop world at this point. Where if Card doesn't succeed, they might be done.
Yeah,
Like,
they'll start publishing songs for other companies.
Yeah, like what the heck? They're like,
be
oh yeah,
Sega.
we'll put this group, we'll send them to SM, we'll take this one, put it in JYP.
Yeah,
That won't ever happen, by the way,
No,
but like,
no.
Jesus. Oh
Maybe-
my god.
yeah, Rainbow's great.
I love Rainbow.
Except for their
Actually,
debut
no.
song. Their debut song's horrible.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
you
it
ever
is
listened
really
to
bad.
Gossip Girl, but all their other stuff is really good. Even their earlier stuff after that, like Mock and
Tell me, I love that song.
yep, Tell Me. We actually,
Sunshine.
yep, we actually did get a single from them this year before they debuted Woo.
Yep, woo.
Woo.
Oh, and then A. No, who can't forget
A.
A?
Oh
where they,
yeah,
like,
A.
lift up
their
their shirt in
shirts as part of the
choreo.
choreography.
Nobody would ever forget that.
No one will
Oh
forget
man.
that. But yeah, they were a great group. They were definitely an underrated group, I would say. They weren't as popular as they
Underrated
should
for
have been.
sure.
Yeah, because again, during that whole generation, there was just a lot of there's just a lot of competition around that time.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially
Yeah, for sure.
like especially consider like I guess if you were to rank the ENT groups, I guess like DSP would kind of be below like even like Cube at fourth. Or whatever,
Yeah.
so,
They used to be huge
They used to
back
be
in
huge. Well,
first
I mean-
generation. They were one of the big,
Yeah, they
like the
Pinkle.
top ones.
Pinkle.
Finkel. Wait,
Um,
who else was from DSP? Was it Sex Keys?
Sex Keys might have been. Yeah, they were. They
Yeah,
were.
I think they were DSP.
Yeah, they were.
Sex Keys, even though it's actually Sheckies or something like that. Like, what the
It's
heck?
Sheckies.
Get
What
over
were they
that name.
thinking?
I don't
What
know.
were they thinking?
But,
I'm gonna call them the Sex Keys from now on. Like,
well, that's definitely their name.
Yeah, like we
Oh,
have the black
gosh.
keys here in America. In Korea, they have the sex keys.
yeah, they got the Sex Keys. So now they're under YG. So
Yeah.
I look forward to more of
But
them.
yeah, they definitely killed it early and kind of slowly fell off.
Oh,
Yeah, like Kara, they were still really
Rain-
big. Did they have
Yep.
another boy group?
Well, they had Ajax.
Yeah,
That's
but
about
nobody
it.
listened to Ajax.
But nobody
like,
knows
they just
Ajax
really care
except
about
Don't
for
say that.
the-
Don't say that.
my
You
friends,
might piss off the
except for my
Ajax
friends.
fanboy.
Ajax fans. Like, there's
Hey,
just
I
one
know
Ajax fan.
I know Ajax fan girl.
They're typing like really angrily right now.
Mostly
It's like,
because
don't you dare speak.
Nobody
of
knew
Ajax.
them, and when we saw
What?
them, in
All right.
concert,
We just have to pray to the K-pop gods that Card
the card.
will be successful.
Yeah,
Dude, like their lead single is really, really good, and they
Yeah.
got a
Yeah,
strong
definitely.
lineup.
Yeah,
Definitely
Onana
check
is
out
like
Card,
a really good song.
KARD.
So who's next on the list?
So again, where we also have like people or member leaves. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna butcher this.
Junhyuk, is that who you're talking
Junhyuk
about?
from Day 6. Yeah, he left.
He was
So they are
only-
now Day 5.
Yeah, technically, they were supposed to be 5 live to begin with, so.
Yeah, so
Like,
so
that
it
was their
technically
pre-debut
went
Can't
back
change
to
the
the
name
original.
now though.
Yeah, if you notice, every single JYP group has to do with numbers. Every single one. There isn't a single JYP group that doesn't have numbers.
Except
Oh,
Miss
Wonder Girls.
and Wonder Girls.
Oh, there is. Yeah,
So
Miss
they're girl
Wonder
groups,
Girls.
except
Dang.
for Twice is the first girl group that does.
Yeah.
have a
Every
number.
single. All right. I'll press it. I'll fix
They're
it.
guy groups.
Every boy group has a number.
Got 7.
Actually, the
Got
first
7.
girl group with numbers
2
was
p.m.
15
2
and.
a.m.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 p.m. 2 a.m. Got 7.
Okay. So,
Basics.
speaking of JYP, freaking there's Gia leaving Miss A.
Jill.
Yeah, I have that
Miss
as
A.
well.
I mean, she's making music though now in China.
Yeah.
She went back home.
It's different for me because I'm not used to listening to Mandarin or anything like that.
Yeah,
so
it does sound very different.
It's kind of different because Mandarin and Cantonese are so much different than Korean.
Yeah.
Like Korean and Japanese can sort of interchange together because they're pretty similar, like phonetically and whatnot. They obviously have obvious differences, but their structures are very the same, I guess.
Yeah.
Whereas like Mandarin's got all this stuff where they like change the intonation in certain syllables and and then there's stuff I can't even begin to pronounce like
same.
Yep.
Like,
Exactly.
Like I'm 1/4 Chinese and I can't speak a lick of Cantonese or Mandarin or whatever. So it's really hard. But I mean,
good.
I guess we should also mention that like everyone. I guess Miss A's situation is sort of up in the
That's
water
exactly what I was gonna say.
in general. Because I mean, like where do they go from here at this point?
Yeah, Miss A's kind of in
Suzy.
a 4-minute situation where Suzy is overshadowing everyone.
Yeah.
Although JYP's doing an okay job of letting Faye get a single.
oh yeah,
this year.
Faye's music video. Everybody
and,
like
uh,
that.
Min-
that's probably my favorite music
and then
video
Min
for like
got to be with Hyoyeon's station song.
yeah.
Oh yeah, what was that called again? I forgot.
I can't remember the name.
It was
JYP
with,
himself is actually
it was with JYP,
produced
Min,
it.
and
Joe Kwon.
Joe Kwon from 2AM, right?
2 a.m.
Yeah, that was pretty cool actually.
So he's letting them do stuff. They haven't said anything about disbanding. I think their contracts are up this year, so we'll see.
I honestly, if I were to
Suzy
make
will
a
definitely
prediction, they
sign.
might.
Suzy will definitely re-sign, even if
Yep.
it's just as an actress or solo artist.
Or solo, probably.
She did get solo too. She got a station song as well.
Mhm.
So that's kind of funny that two of them were on SM this
Yeah.
year
They
instead
were
of
on
JYP.
They were on SM more than they were on JYP.
Yeah, JYP this year.
Yeah.
That's not a good sign if you're getting promoted by another ENT more than your own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she's getting promoted fine. Suzy's fine.
Yeah.
She's fine. She's getting promoted just as an actress.
I mean, Min, I think she has a lot of connections as far as artists go. Like she's friends
Min's
with
friends
like
with everyone.
everybody.
She's like Amber. Amber and Min
Yeah.
are just friends.
So I think she'd have an alright time getting like
and Ichol.
like some sort of deal, maybe like a TV show or even another record deal if she still wants to make music and stuff like that as well.
Okay.
If they disband,
Yeah. All right. So next on the list is, again, I'm going to butcher this, Hyun Sung from Beast.
Hyunsung, yeah.
He left earlier in the year, and I guess also to note, or something notable, that Beast set up their own agency very recently, or
Yeah, I'm still not sure what's going on.
Yeah,
in
what
that
did they
situation.
call it? I forgot. I'll
I
have
thought
to
it was
look
just
it up.
like the Beast Agency or something, wasn't it?
No,
just
they
like how it's like the Shinwa company.
they named it something. It's like, oh yeah, it's Around Us Entertainment.
Okay. Is that
Like,
the name
did
of
they
one of their
change
songs?
their name to Around Us, or are they still Beast?
I read they were able to keep the name and they were able to use remixes of their old songs because
Only
Remixes?
or some that's something. One of the producers was saying that like they'll be able to use their songs in some way, making
long
it
as they
sound like
change
he
it.
wouldn't be able to use the exact track, but they could remix it or like just change subtle things and it would be fine.
Oh, okay. So Cube is being that protective of their.
I'm not 100% sure. I don't.
Because
like
I
I
the
guess
words
their
as well.
IP.
Because I mean, that's kind of a bad sign. Like if you're not able to use your older music, you have to build up a whole new catalog, and that's a lot of stuff to build up to fill up, enough space for music shows and concerts, and especially if like all the songs that they're really known for. So like taking away that library is kind of like making an entire new group essentially.
Do artists have to pay like royalties or whatever to do covers?
I don't believe so.
Yeah.
Well, I think
why
it
can't
depends.
they just say that they're covering the Beast that was
Just say
under
that
Cube Entertainment?
Or no, I mean, they could pull a Prince and be like the artist formerly known as Beast.
I think if they're getting money for it, they might have to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get rights. You can just cover a song on YouTube or whatever, like unmonetized for sure.
Yeah.
That's just.
But I mean, I'd hope that they'd
Freedom of
work it
speech.
out. I hope they'd work out the logistics, that they're not so spiteful of them going on
Yeah.
their own. Because I mean, it wouldn't be fair to them. I mean,
So
they obviously just want to take control of like I guess the musical like direction.
So did
I
this
think
person
it's,
left Beast before? They
yeah, Hensing. He's from Troublemaker with Yenna.
Oh,
he's the one
okay,
that left.
yeah.
So
Okay, so he stayed with Cube. And the
yeah, he
rest of
stayed
them
with
left.
Cube.
Okay.
So another thing with them is that this has actually happened before. So this is also going back to the generations thing. Is that Shinhwa left SM back in that first gen days, and then they went to this other thing. I think it was like Good Music or something weird like that. And then they left
Good Music, like Kanye's label.
Oh, I don't even know.
Wow, I didn't know
I
K-pop
don't
got
even
that
know what
popular.
it's called. I might have just made that up. But yeah, they left that label, that second label, and then they created the Shinhwa company. So
Yeah.
it's not a first thing that
And they were
like a boy group is in
Were
there.
they able to
They
keep
went
all
on
of their
to
music?
Good Entertainment.
Good
From
entertainment.
2004
yeah,
to 2008.
But yeah, Shinhwa was able to keep all of their like they were able to keep the rights for their songs, right?
I'm not sure. Like knowing
I have no
SM,
idea.
like
Yeah,
something.
No.
that's the thing though, because SM's really spiteful like that. So.
Yeah, if they can, then Beast definitely will be able to, because SM would have held it from them.
Though,
Yeah, SM
I'm trying
is
to
like
remem-
the
I'm trying
big
to remember
brother.
like what exact like how much did Shinhwa release after they left SM?
Let me pull up their Wikipedia page.
Yeah, I'm on it right now.
Shinhwa, let's see. So they left SM in 2004. Yeah, 2003, 2004, and then they went to Good Entertainment. So, all right. So since they left SM, they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 albums since then.
Yeah, their first
wow.
album outside of SM was August 2004.
Yeah, so they've released quite a bit since they left SM Entertainment back then.
Yeah, so
But that was a long time ago. So.
Yeah, that was a really long
that's
time
how
ago.
like it was before. I guess like 2004 is like pre like I.O.I wave like or like the
that
real,
was
like,
before they were.
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
real like wave. So
Yeah.
That's like the prehistory of K-pop at this point.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah, pretty much. Like you could consider anything before Gen 2 to be prehistoric, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's not that old though, because I've been
No, it's
listening
not
to
old,
SES
but-
now because their new album that came out. I'm like, why did I not check this out before?
SES is so good.
Yeah, and again, with SES coming back again, that gives us a lot of hope that maybe in the future, a lot of our older groups that might have disbanded, can come back.
Well, like
Yeah.
I said, as Gary
And again,
always says, for
2018, the Olympics. I'm holding out hope.
That's your hope.
Every single group that
Every group that has
disbands
ever existed.
ever is going
No,
to come together for the Olympics and do
Yes.
like Produce 101 Pick Me.
Yeah, let's
Like,
just
you're
get
the
every
guys.
K-pop idol. Yeah, every K-pop idol in existence. So just be like
Well, I mean, like if you
several
saw,
thousand people doing Pick Me.
like with China, like in 2008 when they had the Beijing Olympics, like they like obviously like
They went crazy.
that's considered like like one of the best like Olympic opening ceremonies, and you
Yeah.
know they brought out like all of like their major like Cantonese pop stars, Mandarin pop stars, like even like Jackie
Yeah.
Chan was singing, so that's what that's at least what
Hoping
I'm
to read
expecting for
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, they really do like pushing the hell out of you. So
yeah, so
Well, I think they're one of the only countries where the government actually subsidizes entertainment and stuff. So
Yeah,
to
yeah,
make
they
it
do.
like easier to
because
produce and make
it's
money
such
for the
a and no
country.
because it's such a I guess it's such a like an economic like pillar
Powerhouse,
for
for
Korea.
sure.
Like
Yeah.
like
it helps their tourism.
yeah, the K-pop industry feeds into tourism, and it helps promote Korean culture. So
Yep, man.
what government wouldn't invest in that at this
And
point?
Hallyu
yeah.
Wave, yeah. Like the U.S. doesn't have to worry about that at all because our culture's
culture
everywhere to
is
begin with
everywhere.
Yeah,
because
'cause
we are everywhere.
Yeah, pretty much because you don't have to worry about people like needing to like discover like American artists because there's so
Yeah.
much exposure. But yeah, definitely.
Korea is different.
Okay, so next on the list is Taehyun from Winner.
Oh yeah, that actually surprised me. I wasn't surprised that he was depressed because I don't know. It's just like a gut feeling in my head. He looked like somebody.
Yeah.
He kind of looked like somebody who would be depressed because he was so like weird and like cryptic all the time.
Was he?
Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
like
don't-
if you look
I
at
don't know
his,
anything
I
about
think if you look at his like Instagram, he's got like very like weird posts.
Mm.
like Sully of FX, like her Instagram has become like a relic. Like everyone's like, what is she doing?
Yeah.
Like, is there something wrong with her?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that.
Don't get me wrong. Hey, that was my bias in FX. That was.
Nope. Luna all the
But
way.
if I remember correctly, I think he left Winner the same day that they announced 21 was disbanding. So that was like,
that happened at the same time.
That's
Definitely.
like the.
It got glazed over to me until I saw a YouTube video. I was like, oh, this guy left too. Like YG's falling apart. They're like DSP.
That's like the black,
They're going
like
the way
the
of DSP.
like the Black Saturday of like the YG like sort of.
Oh man.
Oh man, like I don't know if that's ever really happened actually, where major like entertainment company had multiple artists leave like in such a short period, like the same day. So
It's freaking crazy.
and again, it makes me worried for YG, because I mean, I guess we can sort of like bring up Big Bang, because I mean Big Bang is not technically disbanding. It's just that they're all going into military service, and they're
over the next 5 years.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my god.
The earliest they can come back is like past 2020
As a whole group.
2022, if it's 5 years from now.
Yeah,
So-
which is
so they're
insane. Which is,
They're-
and again, they might end up like how Rain, like where after his military service, like nobody
Nobody knew who he was anymore.
He
was
got
crazy.
overshadowed by like all these like new, like way more
groups.
popular groups. So
Yep.
Well, the thing is, Rain, he was huge. He was actually, I think it was 2 years in a row. He was on, like, he topped Time Magazine's, like, top 100 most influential people in the world. Rain was number one twice.
Hey,
Then he went to the military
was
for
the
2
ninja
years and was
assassin.
done.
off the map.
He was the ninja assassin.
Yeah, his music
It would be
videos are
ridiculous.
weird.
Are they? I haven't watched one in a long time.
Oh man, yeah. I've only watched like one, but it was really weird.
So I figured it out though. You said 2022 was when they
Yeah,
can come back?
that's 5 years
so,
from now.
So in 5 years from now, by then, everyone will understand what NCT is, and they will own the world.
Yeah.
It'll take
Everybody
5
will
year
finally
for us to
understand.
figure out what they
What
are.
NCT
They're
is, yeah.
planning for world
But by
domination.
then, they will.
I'm
own
looking
the
at
world.
USM. Literally,
They will be
what is
useless.
NCT? I don't know what it is.
What
We
does
just know Mark
NCT
is
stand
part
for?
of all of it. Mark is part of all of it except for
It's
NCT
New
Mark.
Culture Technology.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it
It's
does stand
like-
for something.
I
It's
don't know
so
what that
weird.
means, but yeah.
Nobody knows what
I
it
know,
is.
but again, the thing is, though, in 5 years, we might have a new generation. Like, we might be in a
Oh, we'll have
situation.
it.
Oh,
We will
yeah.
have a
Definitely,
new
yeah, because
generation.
we might be in a situation where people like Blackpink twice, GOT7, BTS, they might be the old guard that's getting replaced.
Oh,
by
they
all
will be.
these.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, what place would Big Bang have in the sort of like K-pop landscape if the people that are sort of replacing them are getting replaced themselves? So it'll be
Yeah,
Yeah, I
interesting.
wonder if that's if they'll end up being something similar to like a relic like HOT and Shinhwa, like where people are like,
Yeah.
oh, they used to be huge, but I like BTS too much.
yeah.
I like Suju too much to go back to hot.
Yeah, like
Deep cuts, man.
yeah, like Super Junior, man. Dude, they were like when I got into K-pop, this was pre EXO, so Super Junior was the hottest like
Suju, the
guy
shiny.
groups around. It's crazy. Yeah.
Suju was huge, and then they have so many members that just controversies have rained down upon them, and now it's just Hichol. Hichol's the
Yeah.
only pure one left.
Yeah, well, but he
Heechul is everywhere.
yeah.
He's
Well,
the best.
don't worry, he chose just a missing member of every other group now.
Oh,
So
that's true. Every girl group.
he's the missing member of Twice. Like
He's the
if
missing member.
like if anyone that hasn't watched like that,
Momo gets injured, Heechul's got you covered.
yeah, you wouldn't know the difference. But no, if anyone hasn't watched that episode of Knowing Bros, where with Twice, you have to watch it.
Twice. Yeah.
Just for the dance.
And
For
just
that
watch
dance.
every episode because Hichol's the best.
Yeah, definitely. So next on the list is a group that's very near and dear to Jacob's heart, and it's the Ark.
Oh, yeah. This is what I get for supporting rookie groups, all right, guys? Be
I've
careful.
supported plenty of rookie groups that went away. Like, do we want to talk about glam and blackmail and going to
Okay.
jail?
Okay, well, the thing is, Glam lasted a few years. The Arc
That's
lasted
true.
like
Our
not
class
even
like
one.
a month.
And they had it made for them. Like, they had so much support on their debut MV for, like, a smaller company and all that.
Yeah.
They could all dance really well. They were covering, like, BTS and whatnot. They could all pretty much sing very well. They had a they had a really beautiful visual that people really liked. Everything was like set and made. Like Jun Minju and Yoona Kim, they even had like a pre-debut single out that was fairly had a good amount of views. Yoona Kim made her debut, supported by MFBTY, like collaboration thing. Like that was her first thing.
Wait, she was from the ARC?
Yeah, Yoona Kim.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
I have one of her songs on my playlist, but I didn't know
Yoona Kim's
she was
from the ARC. Like I was like, that's why I like was freaking out when she was on Pretty Rap Star. Like I was rooting for her. I was like, come on, you gotta win something. You keep getting so close and then getting cut off. Like who is doing this to you? And now I'm rooting for Jun Minju this season on K-Pop Star. So hopefully,
yeah,
she can
the
make
Minju Yoona Kim song, the Goodbye Rain.
Yeah, it's a good
That song. Yeah, I know that song. I didn't know they were from the ARC.
I'm so lost without you.
Yeah, that song's really good.
Yeah.
Okay, so next.
And was. Oh, there's another. Okay, keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's like 5 more on the list. Next is it's
Damn you,
sort of,
2016.
Yeah, 2016. 2016 is such a savage year. So
for everything.
The next group is it LED Apple, LED Apple?
I just say
yeah.
LED Apple. I only knew one of their songs, but they were really good from that one song.
But they changed their name to LED T after like I think it's sort of a situation where there's not really that many original like members, which is why they changed the name to LED T.
Kind of true.
So yeah, they disbanded. I don't know too much about them, but
I mean, from looking at their member lineup, like how it changed through the years, they only had one guy that was there the whole time. And that as to what MV I saw from them, it was whatever one had Kang Ye-bin in it. So if you know who that is.
Okay, the next group is Nine Muses. They had 3 members leave, which is insane.
3 members. How many
and they
are
had
down to
2
now?
or 3 leave like last year, so they're down to 4 or 5. I don't. It's 5.
The members.
It's 5.
The members that left are Minha. God, it's
left.
Aaron.
Aaron. It's pronounced Aaron.
Oh God, I suck at it.
It's like EUARIN or whatever.
Aaron,
it's spelled really weird.
And then they're Hyuna. So yeah, it's just crazy that just how much turnover. Like their turnover is so bad that they call it graduation. Their turnover. Like they're a J-pop group or something.
They had 2 or 3 members leave a year or 2 ago. They added 2 members last year, and now we had 3 more members leave. So we're getting to that point with, like you said, with LED Apple, that all the original members are going to be gone, and I think 2 of the original members are gone, maybe even or left, maybe even just 1.
And
well, at that point, you should just call it quits and like make a new group or something.
Well, Kyungri and Sojin are like they were early on, got added in, so they're kind of considered.
So like Nicole and Ji-young.
They had 3 people leave.
I know Nicole was already there.
Ji-young and Hara.
Yeah, Hara.
Because they had like 3 people leave right at debut, or even pre-debut. One of them left. Which there's a great documentary on Netflix called what was it? I don't even remember what the name of the documentary was, but about Nine Muses.
Wait, what were you saying? Like it was kind of bad though?
No, there was just one.
Or like it was really intense because like they were like
it was. They were not doing well, and there was a lot of stuff going on, and their management was not very happy with them because they weren't taking it seriously.
And it's just
so it was their fault at that point. Okay.
Yeah, and I guess it's just really surprising that they even released a documentary like that because K-pop is so very much
corporate,
corporate, and everything is like behind the veil sort of thing. You don't want anyone to know that there's any like internal strife or whatever. So
it's called Nine Muses of Star Empire.
Yeah, we can put it
on Netflix.
We'll put a link in the description or just like a We'll link to it.
It's on Netflix, right?
Yeah.
It's on Netflix.
Okay.
Yeah.
We could probably still link it. I don't know how that works, but
yeah,
whatever.
I'm not sure.
Okay, so the next group is again something I'm not as familiar with. UKISS. I remember AJ left.
They're one of the older second gen groups.
And then anything else to add with that, or?
I don't know much anything about UKISS. So.
I'm kind of actually ashamed of that because I see them. I used to see them around all the time. I just
Yeah,
never, I guess, looked
I
into
feel like
their
UKISS
MVs.
was a really popular group at one point, and it's just sort of like the generational turnover where they just get overshadowed by everything.
I really only know Kevin because of ASC, so like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know anything about. Like, I've heard of them, but I probably wouldn't be able to.
But yeah,
name
there's
their
just
songs.
Kevin. There's just Kevin on After School Club. So
Oh, Kevin's from UGIS. Okay,
Yeah.
I know him.
All right, and then the last one is Yukyung from I.O.I Black. I mean, I.O.I Black technically is like been ripped for years now, but
Yeah.
she never. I guess her contract officially expired this year, so they just
Yep, and she
left.
decided to join another company. Although she did say that if they ever wanted to bring her back, she would just like they worked
for
it
the
out
band concept,
Yeah, if they ever do want to do the band concept, she would play the drums again.
she was just drummer, right? That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
She didn't sing, she didn't dance. She
She's
was
like
only a drummer for the band.
Yeah, she's like that one drummer for Day 6. Like he's the only one that doesn't sing.
Okay, yeah.
So
And yeah, she wouldn't when they did the like choreography and stuff, the non-band portion. She wasn't part of that. She didn't dance or anything.
yeah,
so,
she's not in the Ardo portion.
Yeah, which kind of
Yeah.
sucks that she's like she's the forgotten member of I.O.I because
She's
was
definitely a forgotten member.
because she was only in so many before she was in I.O.I before I.O.I became like what it is now, or a dance group before they really made it big. So
Yep.
well, I mean, as long as she's I can understand because she's not really doing anything, but as long as she has work now.
Yeah, I mean, she's literally been sitting around for years in
Yeah, but
FNC's
I felt bad
basement.
for her. Like it's so long. I'm
Yeah.
just like, are they ever gonna do I.O.I Black again? Like, is that
Like,
a
I
dead
think
concept?
they might have had her put some like drum performances on YouTube or something, but like she never got any highlights.
You know what I want to know is what do artists do when they're sitting on the back burner? Like she had been sitting on the back burner for years. What does she do for a living?
I know,
Does she
like,
have to work
does she
somewhere?
does she get a paycheck?
Does she still get a paycheck? Yeah,
Yeah.
I think she would still get a paycheck.
Yeah,
Like,
because they're contracted.
some kind.
They get a yearly contract.
They
yeah,
get a
she's
salary?
under contract.
Yeah, so
yeah,
I'm
I'd
sure
assume so.
she
Okay.
was. I mean, I guess it's not so bad, but I mean, if you want to enter the entertainment industry, I doubt you want to just sit around and just collect a paycheck doing nothing.
Or if she's not under salary, she at least gets housing and food and stuff probably paid for.
Yeah,
Yeah, like, I know-
that's nice, but
Like it's probably frustrating when you want to make music because I know
Yeah.
Henry from Super Junior M. He's actually one of my favorite SM solo artists. He's been like, he's like desperate at the moment, like because they're not letting
Yeah,
him
I
do
saw it.
anything or make any music, and like he had to reach out to his fans to tell SM that they want this, like that they
Yep.
do in fact
Yeah,
want
I
to
did
see
see
him.
that he had an outcry on social media, which is
Yeah,
usually not a good sign.
yeah. So
When you have to
hopefully
turn to social
SM isn't
media.
having too big of a war with
Yeah.
Henry. Hopefully it's
Yeah,
just
hopefully
like
they're not
him
too
just
mad
being
at it.
like, come on, man.
I mean, like if if people want it, I mean, why would they turn down that sort of like free money essentially? Because
Yeah.
people are willing to like get that product. So it's,
Yeah.
and that's actually it for the 2016 K-pop RIP list. Hopefully,
K-pop Ricks with the
Rip
rip
list.
list. Oh man, we're gonna make this an annual thing if we
Yeah.
last that long.
Yeah, hopefully this is
Yeah.
hopefully this isn't the first and the last episode. So hopefully in 2017 we'll be able to go over everyone that disbanded in that year. Hopefully it won't be as
And hopefully it won't be.
yeah, hopefully it won't be as like notable as this list.
Notable.
But I mean, again, we're really in that transition period in
Yep.
2016, 2017, where all these new groups are coming into prominence. So,
As
I
much as-
like my heart is very scared for what's going to happen this year. In
As
K-pop.
much as we don't want to discuss it, SNSD might be on that list.
Yeah,
so.
definitely.
I'm gonna literally cry that day.
Yeah, no, I mean, like
yeah,
we're gonna
Like, cause I cried when Jessica left. I'm gonna really cry when SNSD disbands.
yeah, because again, SNSD is so influential. Like SNSD
the
is
nation's
direct.
girl group, man.
Yeah, like no,
Yeah,
they're
they
direct,
are the nation.
Like SNSD's success is directly responsible for like the vast amount of girl groups in
girl
this
groups
generation.
today.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
really like the
They
name
brought
says
it back.
it's a girls' generation now. So
Yeah, actually, Twice has at least if you go by YouTube views, Twice is more popular than Got7. Like that is crazy because
Yeah, guy
Got7
groups
is
were always way
'cause-
bigger.
because Got7 is like one of the most popular guy groups around right now.
Definitely,
like
like-
they're right up there with EXO and BTS.
yes, yeah.
freaking crazy.
Twice. I mean,
So
Twice is the best.
using that, we are going to speaking of those MVs, we're going to be segueing into our next topic, which is our picks for the best MVs of 2016.
Yep.
And
so
I want to give a little disclaimer. We're pretty biased towards girl groups, so if
really
there's any
biased
guy
towards
groups,
girl groups.
hey,
if there's any
we
guy
covered all
groups-
most of the big guy groups.
yeah, if there's
So-
any that you thought should have been on the list, just put them down in the comments, and we'll check them out.
Yeah,
If we,
but yeah,
Didn't
we
see 'em.
definitely favored girl groups.
And also, we developed the list a bit, or like about a month ago, like before the end of the year. So
Yeah, so
Yeah,
some of the
I
new
don't
stuff
think
might
we
not be
forgot-
on there.
Yeah, I think we got everything because card was only like major thing that needed to be added.
though, no, wait, did you put Big Bang's new?
Oh no!
Oh no!
I didn't forget something.
No,
All right, don't kill us,
someone's
guys.
gonna get mad
We'll,
about that.
So
we'll
we'll
just,
add that. We'll throw that in. I'll get to when we get to B. We'll just discuss one of them, and I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
It
we'll
might be
just
the
throw
top
Big Bang in
51
there.
K-pop music videos.
right,
Because
so,
yeah,
Nate, do
I
you
wanted
wanna
to make the
facilitate
top
this?
50 music video playlist on YouTube. So I asked them like, what should we do? We only wanted to do one song per group. We didn't want any repeats. We also skipped all of SM Station stuff.
We'll make that a
so
separate topic, by the way.
We might,
probably at some
we'll
point.
probably make that a separate topic. We could actually do like a ranking of all 52 songs if we wanted
Oh,
to.
for
but,
sure.
Get that spreadsheet going.
Mhm.
So yeah, I don't think we want to dwell on any of these like super long because otherwise this topic will be an hour and a half long probably because it's 50 songs or 51 with Big Bang. So first I did it in alphabetical order by group name. So first we have 2 p.m. Promise I'll Be.
That was
which
an
is
awesome
definitely
song.
a really awesome song.
Like the beat in that song is it's
I love
music
the
to my ears.
E
EDM influence with
Yep.
like it sort of like dropped down like this, like
Yeah.
stairs. It was really
Mhm.
cool effects and stuff like that.
And if I remember correctly, I think Woo Hyun produced that song.
Oh really?
One of the members
produced it.
One of the members produced it for sure. I think
Maybe
it was
like
him.
June K or something, because I know he has his own album and stuff as well.
Next, Rest in Peace is 4 Minute Hate,
Hey,
Ah.
yeah.
which
Ugh.
keeps getting played on NFL.
Yeah, like every
Just
time I
the
watch
beat.
football, like I was watching the Patriots game this Sunday, like go Patriots. But during one of the commercial
Yeah, I don't
breaks,
care
I
about
hate
football,
I heard hate, and it's just this constant reminder of like 4 Minute no longer exists. But again,
Yep.
there's a really good post about it on Reddit where someone was just like, they're gonna keep playing it, and everyone's gonna figure out like, oh, this this is 4 Minute, and it's like, oh, the group doesn't exist anymore, and then 4 Minutes just gonna get so popular that they come back together and then start making music again. It's just like this, like
Let's hope.
it's like a whole like it's like a 100-line like 4chan like copy like manifesto of like how 4 Minutes going to like become popular again because of football.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, that would be the most epic thing I'd ever seen if that happens.
Like I mean like
4
like,
Minute gets back together because of American football.
that'd be a crazy story. I mean, like crazier things have happened. Hey, EXID got saved.
Cream.
By,
They released an MV for Cream.
by
No.
they got saved by a fan cam.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
girl-
like,
G-Friend did as well.
Yep.
That one fan cam where like they fell over like 11 times in one performance.
Oh my
just
god,
kept
that
getting
was
back
so
up.
sad.
I can't
it's
watch
kinda
it.
sad. Like,
I
yeah.
literally can't watch it. After like 2, I'm like, no, I can't. This hurts to watch. I can't.
Yeah, they're too.
Hey,
honest.
I'm just gonna throw it out there before we go any further. I was one of the few people who supported G Friend before that. I was like, all
I
the way
went
for
to
G
Glass
Friend.
Bead when it
Hipster,
came
huh?
out.
I saw
That's 'cause
Glass
Glass Bead
Bead.
is
I'm like,
just-
this sounds like Into the New
That's
World.
'cause I
This
was
is
gonna say
amazing.
Glass Bead is just Into the New World too. So both of us liked it a lot.
Well, I mean, that's kind of the entirety of G Friend.
One
Yeah, I
last-
love it. I love it. All their stuff sounds like
Yeah.
Girls' Generation's first album. It's amazing.
We'll get there. They're down on the list. One last thing for Hate. That was a song Skrillex worked on, right?
Yep.
If
Yeah,
I
he
remember
produced the
Yeah,
music and
that's why
stuff for it.
The
I guess
beat
that's
to it.
that's a big overarching trend of 2016. Just a lot more like EDM influenced songs, and
Yeah,
it's
for
been
sure.
really good.
Same for
next-
2016 in America, actually. Tons
Yeah.
and tons of E EDM.
Next is Ailey Home, featuring Yoon Mi Rae.
My girl.
Anything with Yoon Mi Rae is amazing.
Yep, and Ailey's amazing as well.
I have
Yeah,
to be.
Ailey's
I
also
have to be an
amazing.
Ailey fanboy because I mean she's
Yeah.
repping the dirty jersey. So
You know people who know her, and
yeah.
said-
Like like my one friend Pat. She knew people that knew people that knew.
oh yeah, just,
Like before she got famous, you know.
yeah. Before she, yeah.
That's pretty funny. Indirectly knowing Ailey.
That's my claim to fame.
Next is Akmu. Rebuy was the song we chose. Did they have
That
any
was
other releases?
awesome song. I played it on my radio show like probably twice, I think, 2 weeks in a row.
Did they have any other releases this year? Or was that just
they
that?
just-
Yeah, they just released this.
They just released something.
Might have
Was
been
that-
2017.
I was gonna
though,
say
I'm
it
not
might be
sure.
2017.
Yeah, but unfortunately that's gonna be the last like ACMU release, and because like
Sean Hyuk.
Yep, he's
so,
I'm
so young.
early military service.
I'm sure Soohyun will probably come out with music on
I
her
think
own.
she's.
She
I
has
think
a
she's gonna
beautiful
give her.
voice.
He said, or they said that they're gonna give her a solo because I mean that's a long time to not use her. And ACMU is so
definitely.
popular, so they can't just
and
sit on her.
they've gotten more popular this year too. I feel like
No, I
They've been getting more
really think
popular.
Rebuy put them on the map, or like put them like
They're really popular in Korea actually. Like
they're
this girl in the Korean club I'm in at school. She like loves ACMU.
yeah.
Like she was showing us all of their MVs and stuff. It was cool.
Next up is A-Pink's release for this year. Only You.
Only
or
One.
Only One.
yeah, really good song.
It always
really
comes up like right next to my BoA Only One.
yeah, that's why I was thinking of Boa. So, which I got to see live.
Stop rubbing it in.
Wait, you got to see BoA live?
She was at Incheon K-pop concert.
God.
For
I'm
one of
so
the
jealous
one of the
of you.
members of Shiny danced with her for one of her songs. I don't remember who
Probably
it
it was
was.
probably Taemin.
Yeah,
Then again, he was
Um,
pretty young back then still.
I could find out on YouTube actually. If one of you guys wants to YouTube it, well, I'm going down this list. I'll just look Incheon K-pop concert Boa. Next is one I kind of had to add because I don't think you guys are as big fans, but I had an April song, Tinkerbell.
Okay, yeah.
I do really like that song.
I like Somin, but she's not in April anymore.
She's not in April anymore. She was
She
in it for
graduated-
one song.
She graduated in April from
graduated.
April, quote unquote.
Yeah, she graduated from Parity
Yeah.
and April.
It's what is going on with a DSP member or groups? Rainbow didn't, but one song and then a member quits. Kara had the same thing,
Yeah.
and then later on they had a few more people, which is what they did just now. Because that's actually someone you missed, but one of their members did leave this year or 2016.
Oh,
April?
And they added
man.
they added 2 new members, one of which was from Produce 101. Her name is escaping me right now. Who was also in Parity and on Kara Project.
Oh yeah, when Brodus shows up, we'll have to have some topics about that as well.
oh, definitely.
Next is A.O.I. Good Luck.
Yep. That was
that
an awesome
was-
song actually.
It's a good song.
And also
They're
notable
only-
because there was kind of a controversy, or like,
There
they had
was-
to take down the music video because who was it?
And re-edit it. What's her
Jimin.
name?
Jimin
Yeah, Jimin.
had kind of a wardrobe malfunction. She showed some underboob, so
Yeah. And
So
in
they
the
had-
music
why you
video
gotta take
somehow.
that down, FNC? Come on.
and then no, like people were doing like analysis of like the differences, and like the edit job is so bad. They just essentially like they just like took away the shadow, so it looks really like low.
Oh, did
Oh,
somebody
yeah.
just go frame by frame and just like color it in?
Yeah, they just
Enhance
colored in the
CSI
underboob,
it.
essentially.
Yeah. Next is one that we thought about taking off, but I really wanted to keep on, and Andrew agreed with me, is Very Good, which is like a lesser-known new group. Well, they're not really new. They've been around for a while, but they had some member changes recently. With
So
Don't
they're pretty
Believe.
new now.
Yeah, with Don't Believe. That song is really cool. Check it out.
Yeah.
It's very different.
I still
It's
need to
not-
check it out myself. I'll be honest.
Definitely listen to it. Cause
Yeah,
it doesn't sound similar. Like it's not.
It's a
typical
very
K-pop.
unique sound for a girl
Yeah.
group, like a sort
Yep.
of like it has like trap beats, and that's sort of like
Yeah.
a really like hip hop
Interesting.
influence. So
Yeah, it's really cool. Also, a random fact: Yuna from A.O.A's little sister is part of that group.
oh,
Cool.
You can tell who she is because she looks exactly like a tiny Yuna. Not tiny, but shorter Yuna. Next is a group we've talked about a lot, Blackpink. We
Like Pink,
decided
of course.
they had 4 releases this year. We decided Playing with Fire.
Yeah,
Yep.
Which I was initially against, but that song's grown on me a ton. So
Yeah, no, definitely.
I agree with it.
Again, I'll go right out here. I liked Playing with Fire initially.
But no, like I think. No,
I mean, I liked it. I just liked all their other stuff better.
No, but Playing with Fire was what brought me around to Blackpink, because again, with those their first two.
Whistle and Boom Baya are definitely like.
Yeah, Whistle and Boom Baya were like okay. I guess maybe because I was still salty that damn this sounds a lot like 21.
21.
But no, like yeah, Playing with Fire is what really brought me over to being like a huge like fan of their music, and I guess it's of their 4 songs, I believe it's easily their strongest because it's very much like I think what their sound should be defined by, or like I guess the sort of music they should make is it's very much Playing with Fire.
Yep.
Yeah, I think so as well, actually, because I think initially Teddy's sort of like playing around their sound, trying to find something different to set them apart, I guess, but stay within the whole Teddy sound.
Yeah, I do agree with you guys. Next, I don't know how much you guys have to say about this, but Brave Girls with Deepened.
I love that song.
Okay, yeah, I remember.
Yeah, Deepened's really cool. It's another one that's different for a girl group. They had a couple other releases this year, huh?
Brave Girls like got completely reformatted, didn't they?
I was gonna say it's all the same members. I don't think they had any member changes, but yeah, they had a couple other songs this year that are a lot more like I.O.I style, like typical sexy girl group concept. Where this song is like it's kind of slower. It's kind of almost like an R&B.
Brave Brothers, does he, yeah, it's not even 2 people, it's just one guy named Brave Brothers, but anyways, like, whatever, does he produce all their songs too?
Why are they brothers then?
I don't know if he produces their songs, all their songs, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure
the Brave sound you see everywhere.
Yeah. Like at the Brave sound is like the Brave sound, like intro is like the DJ Khaled of the K-pop world, because it's like literally every song Brave sound. Like
it's that JYP.
Yeah,
for no reason whatsoever, just like in every song.
The whole Brave sound thing was starting to annoy me for a minute though, and then they got rid of it for Crazy and Hate. But like, then after that I was like, well, damn, now they're disbanded right when I got them back, because I really loved 4 Minutes Old sound, like with Huh and Mirror Mirror and
Mirror, really good.
Music, all those old ones. Hot Issue.
Yep. So yeah, check out Deepened by Brave Girls if you haven't. Next is one that a lot of people know is BTS. We chose Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
Yep.
Do they have other stuff? Because I keep getting mixed up on what came out last.
Yeah, they had Fire.
So Fire was this year?
Yeah, Fire was this year. It was.
I thought we decided it wasn't.
Fire came out like a month or 2 before KCON. Like that's how I remember it.
Okay.
So.
Right. Yeah. I remember that because that was like right before my graduation.
That performance.
I would have chose Fire to put on this list over Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
Yeah, if it wasn't for
Blood,
Sweat, and Tears, yeah, it was just a really good song. But no, Fire was lit. Like, no pun intended.
Literally, yeah, it's the same pun intended.
No, it was. But no, yeah, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, I think is on another level. It's really good.
Yep.
Next,
we should probably go through all the ones that are like probably the most notable for us personally, I guess. Okay. I'd say because we're still on B.
Yeah, I'll read out. We're on C now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll read out
on C. All right, guys, we're on 12. C.
I'll read out the names, and then if you guys want to say something, or if I want to say something, I'll say anything. We have CLC. No, No was the song we chose from them. They had a couple releases. That's more me than them because.
I wasn't really digging CLC so far, but I'll believe in Cube to step up their game.
Next, I don't know about you guys, but Del Shabbat, Someone Like You.
Oh, I love that song.
They lost a couple members as well. They came back as a 4-piece. And that song's really good. Day 6, Letting Go.
That is one of my like top songs of this year, actually.
Last year.
Or last year, I guess now, yeah. Dude, that song, like, I listened to it so much that I know, like, all the words to it. Like, it was such a good song for me. I really, really like Day 6.
Okay, next, Andrew will have some words, probably, as Dean, Bonnie and Clyde.
Okay, if you haven't seen the 1 million choreography to this song, go watch it. I guess we can put the link in the description because because that choreography made me fall in love with that song especially, and I guess Dean had a really big year, or like a coming out year as well, and I know he's like he actually had a concert in New York City, and I think he had like a tour here, but like a really like small tour. I was trying to get tickets for that.
I think he performed with Far East Movement recently as well when they were promoting their Identity album, which is also one of my favorite releases of the year. Like amazing. Like
not K-pop, but amazing.
Yeah, a lot of.
Well, it had tons of K-pop artists.
Yeah, totally.
Like Tiffany, Yoonmi Ray, etc.
Yeah.
Hyorin.
Oh yeah, Hyorin.
Daya next on the road is the song I chose. I kind of had to put Daya on there because of Produce 101 and I.O.I. But I think their newer songs have been a lot better. Their debut was kind of iffy, but On the Road and Mr. Potter, the whole album's really good, actually.
No, they're from the same company as Tiara, right?
Tiara, yep, they're MVK.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what I thought.
They're Tiara's little sister group. Next is EXID with LIE.
Not Cream.
Not Cream. That's
I voted for AXAD Cream, guys. I voted for Cream. I tried.
It's not tried. It's not
Cream.
K-pop.
Best K-pop song of
Best
2016.
K-pop MV. Next, we kicked out EXO to put in Card.
EXO.
Because we have EXO. Huh?
Yeah. All right, we should probably preface this first because we had EXO on there twice actually. We kind of broke the rule with a subunit, so we decided to kick one of those ones out to put Card into the list.
Yep. So we kept EXO, the CBX subunit with Hey Mama.
Yeah, I definitely felt that was a better song than Monster.
I agree.
Even though Monster was awesome.
Monster.
Yeah, Monster's a really good song.
But I like Hey Mama better as well, so we kept that. Next is Faye with Fantasy.
Which is probably the
best
MV.
Easily the best MV. Or like, no, if you want to sell someone on the prospect of virtual reality, just show them that music video. Just show them that music video, and they'll go buy an Oculus Rift in like a heartbeat.
Next, Jacob and I had to debate on which song, but for G-Friend or Yoja Chingu, we put Nabarella.
I just say Naviera because there's two L's.
But it's Nabi.
No, but
yeah, like butterfly and
it's butterfly in Korean.
The pronunciation, or like, how do you pronounce it? Like,
they say Nabilera, which I'm not gonna say that.
Well, I mean,
so
like,
I just say Naviera.
Because like some Spanish places where they pronounce the double L. Like,
that's why I did that.
Yeah, like who knows? K-pop pronunciations are complicated enough as it is.
And I fought for Rough. I like Rough better, but I agree. Like they're both amazing. So.
G-Friend, everything is first. Everything is SNSD first album, and it's fantastic.
Pretty much. Next is GOT7 with Fly.
Yeah. Yep, awesome song as well.
I saw them live this year. Really good concert. They have really fun.
Did they perform Fly there?
Yeah. It was. Yeah, Fly came out. Or they. The tour was in support of Fly. So.
Oh, Flight Log tour. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Your departure, whatever the heck that was.
They have really good fan interaction.
Oh really?
Yeah, no, like they. Well, because I guess maybe this is like with every guy like boy group, but no, like they
fan service.
Yeah, no, definitely a lot of fan service. Definitely a lot of fan service.
God, I'm sure you needed earplugs for that one.
Oh man,
yeah. 13-year-old girls all over.
Definitely. I brought the earplugs for that one.
Next is Gugudan's debut, Wonderland, which
I thought was pretty good. Moributo Bakakaji.
Yeah, it's very paint by numbers, like bubblegum pop, but it doesn't really showcase their skills. Actually, some of their songs on the album do. Diary is a really, really good song, so check out that song by them. But I like Wonderland. It's good. It's a good, catchy debut song. Next is Eric Nam, Good For You.
That was also a great song.
I
like me some Eric Nam.
Both of you guys did.
You know, like my friend Pat says, like Korea is in love with Eric Nam. Like he's like a.
Oh really?
Yeah.
No, like
I'm
he's
glad.
Because mostly because of We Got Married.
With Solar.
With Solar, yeah.
Like they were both at KCON, but for some reason Eric Nam did a duet with Ailey instead of Solar.
Dude, like Solar totally could have carried that as well, as well as Ailey.
No, I was yelling at the top of my lungs, "Where's your wife?" And no, this was before they left the show too, so I don't know why they didn't perform together.
That's funny. Where's your wife? I love that.
Next is a newer artist from, I believe, Unpretty Rap Star is Hayes.
Hayes,
July,
I
featuring
freaking
Dean and
that
DJ
album.
Frizz.
All right, so check out that entire album, the entire
that
thing.
entire album's
It's
really good.
fantastic.
Yeah, Hayes is really talented. Like,
Yeah.
as both like considering that she's supposed to be a rapper, she has an amazing
Yeah,
voice.
she's a really good singing voice.
Yeah.
I think she's more of a singer, honestly.
Yeah, like I love her singing voice more than her rapping voice personally.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. Next is Hyuna with Atte. How's this?
How's this? Yeah. That's like club banger right there.
Yeah, that's
Definitely.
just club
Basically,
music
and-
straight up. It's a Hyuna song. I mean, it's what everyone expects from a Hyuna
Yeah, so
song.
I'm sure that's gonna be one of the songs that's gonna get a very good reception when she comes to North America. She's good.
Yeah,
she's
that's
doing
what she's
North-
gonna perform.
Yeah,
so.
she's gonna do a North American tour within the next month or two. So
I think
Yep.
it's just a fan meeting though, because I think that's why
It
they
did
put
say
those
they were
three
gonna
songs
perform
at the bottom of the
I was
picture.
gonna say they'll
Because they
perform a
put
couple.
Gangnam Style, Bubble Pop, and Troublemaker. Which
Oh,
Gangnam
Troublemaker.
Style she doesn't have Psy, and then Troublemaker she doesn't have Hyunsung there. Like,
so
Yeah.
she's really only performing one of her own songs.
yeah, just one of her own songs.
And I mean,
Bubble
how much will people be willing to pay for a fan meet? And are they even
Well-
gonna sell tickets for a fan meet?
Well, Hyuna is insanely popular, so I'm thinking a lot of
so-
people will go.
yeah, a lot of
It's
people
gonna
will go.
sell out.
Because again, that SNSD fan meet I went to all those years ago, that was free.
I wanna go.
Well,
Back
I was
in time.
no okay. I said it's insane, but then I went to a free Suju SNSD concert in Gangnam, so
Was
where I
that-
just
Oh my
waited in
Was
line.
that one of
God.
those? Was that one of those things where if you were a foreigner, they let you in for free? Or
No, that one was free for everyone. That was just you had to show up in line and wait all day.
Oh
And
man,
you could-
Yeah,
it was an outdoor, like they just closed off the road, put a stage in the middle of the road, and had a bunch
Just you
of
wait,
people
Nate.
show up.
I'm gonna go to Korea and I'm gonna see Twice like 5 times.
So pretty,
Oh,
pretty much
so
it's like it's like that. It's like the beginning part of Tokyo Mirage Sessions where it's just like in the middle of like
Yeah,
the street.
yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like that. Next is Infinite, the I.
Awesome
I
song. Loved
That
that
was a
one
really
as
cool
well.
song. Did they have any other releases this year?
I think that's their only album and singles this year.
Next is my. I'm gonna cry. I.O.I. Nomu Nomu Nomu.
Oh, I just realized
all
we're gonna
their
have
songs.
we're gonna have to put I.O.I on the rip
Oh,
list
no.
next
On the
year.
rip list.
There's no choice.
You'll be okay.
I'm gonna talk about I.O.I for a little bit, but if you guys don't know who I.O.I is, they did a giant, crazy. Mnet did a crazy survival show called Produce 101, where they had 101 female trainees from a bunch of different companies come. Top 11 got in a group. That was early this year. I think it ended in April. They debuted in May with Dreamgirls. Then a few of them went back to their own companies and joined groups, like we said, Gugudan. Although one of them was already in Daya before she joined, because she was a trainee when she signed up, then debuted, and then they went back to do the show anyway. Cheon.
Oh, Chaeyoung, yeah.
Yeah, and
Chaeyoung, yeah.
Kathy. Yeah, Heon. Then they had a subgroup do What a Man, which is an amazing song in its right, but I wanted
Which is a cover of like an old '90s song, essentially.
Yeonjung
Well,
is in
it's a-
WJSN, right?
weird remix. Yeah, she got added.
Yeah.
She got added after.
Oh,
those are
really?
the four.
I
Yeah,
didn't
she
realize
wasn't in
this.
debut. She wasn't in debut. They added a person to a 12-member group because
Jeez.
she's really, really good at
Because
singing,
why not? Yeah.
and she's really popular. Yeah, then they had the subunit with What a Man, which is that a remix kind of uses samples from that song. Then this last song, which is produced by J.Y.P. Nomu Nomu Nomu, or Very Very Very,
Which I
Or
think
very
is
X3 as you call it.
is very X3 because it's easier to say. But
which
it's-
I think is easily their strongest like
It-
release of so far, for at least for me.
Yeah. I think one of
JYP
the-
knows
my
how to
favorite-
produce a
but-
girl group.
Yeah,
for
it-
sure.
Yeah, he
I guess it'll be interesting, like if they ever do produce any more I.O.I songs in the future. It'll be interesting to see, you know, what it'd sound like. Because again, I guess the unique thing about I.O.I is that they're like a group that serves like multiple like masters, so to speak, where that they're at the mercy of so many different ENT groups that their sound sort of will be different. And I guess another interesting to keep track of is how closely people will be able to follow
everyone else.
Yeah, like because again, it's sort of like I.O.I is sort of like the seed, and then all the members are sort of branching off into their different groups. So it'll be interesting to see like how popular like those other groups would be, or there might actually be a chance that like the most popular of like like WJSN, like all those people will be the whoever joined I.O.I or whoever was in I.O.I.
So Yeonjung is already one of the most popular members.
That's really
just
funny.
because there's so many members, like nobody knows any. It's like Exy and Yeonjung and Chang Zhao.
Yeah, Chang Xiao.
Chang Xiao, yeah. So yeah, the catch with I.O.I is Produce 101. It was a bunch of different companies. So the group is only around for a year. Their last concert is in like 2 weeks, and I'm gonna cry. I'm sad.
Are they gonna televise it?
Because I followed.
They better.
I don't know. They have to release it somewhere.
Yeah.
Because I followed them.
DVD,
I watched
and everybody's
Produce.
gonna buy it.
I watched that show weekly, so I followed them forever, and I love them. And hopefully they all do amazing.
Nate was about to fly over to Korea just to go
I,
watch
I,
that.
if it was only if I could have got tickets, I would have went.
Yeah.
I would have paid $2,000 to fly over there and go see that.
You meet
Next.
them in the hallway or something. You're like, I came halfway across the world to see you.
Well, I mean, Somi and Chungha can speak fluent English, so we're good. Oh, and Sohei actually.
Yeah.
Next is J Park. All I Want to Do.
Awesome
Featuring
song.
Hoodie and Loco.
Yeah,
that whole album is also really good. It's got a lot of English tracks too. If you guys like that sort of stuff
Though
in your albums.
I have to say some of the English like lyrics are really cringy.
Are they?
I think Malaika is pretty good.
Malaika is okay. The English version of All I Want to Do is like really vulgar.
Oh yeah.
Like there's literally a line that says, "I want to pull your panties to the side."
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
I'm just
Yep.
like, thanks for the lack of subtlety, J Park.
Next is Jessica, formerly of SNSD,
Yep.
Fly, featuring Fabulous.
I would actually, for me personally, I think I'd actually argue for Wonderland
I
because
think you're the one who argued for Fly, because I was okay
No,
with
but
that.
Wonderland.
no, because Wonderland wasn't out yet.
Yeah, Wonderland wasn't
Wonderland
out
was
yet.
out.
But
Okay, that's true. I forgot.
I think
I'll switch.
this song wins the award for the most random collaboration in all of K-pop.
Oh yeah, like Fabulous. Like what the
Fabulous,
heck?
like Mr. You Be Killing Him from like the late 2000s. Oh, actually no, he made what's that song that he made very recently? Like Chaining, whatever. Like, oh god,
I'm under the K-pop rock for
no.
years.
He made a song called Coffin Season. So, but not like, like just like a really like old school like rap artist. So really random collaboration.
It really is.
Next is a group we've talked about a lot today. The group that will save DSP is Card. K-A-R-D.
Yes.
It is the first
Notable
Co-ed group in a while.
notable co-ed group in a long time. Hopefully
Honestly,
they last
it's probably
because they're awesome.
Wasn't Sunny Hill originally co-ed, and then
Sunny Hill was originally co-ed.
then they
split
cut
up.
the guys.
And before that was co-ed group or co-ed school.
They became $5 and something.
Well,
else.
they split off. They had separate groups, but they were together one group, and then the two subgroups for the different.
So
genders.
it's like EXO, but like with guys and girls.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then Card Onana is amazing. Go check it out.
Excellent. Yes.
Features.
I cannot wait for them to come out with an album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't
Features
wait
Youngji.
Hopefully.
Card ain't really dead.
Yeah, Car ain't really dead. I just really hope that they're successful because DSP's
They need
banking
them.
on them. April can't hold that company up. I'm sorry.
And they're hugely popular with international fans so far, so I think they'll do
Yeah,
okay.
because,
I don't know about
I
Korea.
think
they
it's
have
because their
YouTuber.
social media presence.
Their social
so-
media, they're really goofy and amazing.
and that one YouTuber, JRE.
JRE.
He did a pretty like famous or like a viral reaction to them. So
Yeah, because they reacted to him, and then he reacted to them reacting to him.
That's pretty awesome. Next is Laboom, Fresh Adventure. I put on.
La
I think
Boom,
they're
the party.
they're getting more popular, but I think they deserve more recognition than they get. They
I
remind
liked
me a
what
lot
you
of
showed me of them.
they remind me a lot of A-Pink. They've
Mhm.
definitely got a similar style. They've got some really good singers. So
Where did they just
I'm looking forward to
perform?
them.
They, I think it was Gaio Daejeon that
Which
they
one?
were
They
in
were
like
at
one
one
of
of
those
them, yeah.
huge stages.
Yeah, they were. They were on the Baby, I think.
Oh yeah, the Justin Bieber one.
I
I
think
was
they
like,
were the
this
girl
song.
group they were the girl
man.
group that got relegated to the backstage where you couldn't tell who they were, which made me kind of sad. But
That was such a weird stage.
Yeah,
Why baby? Why baby?
Next is a very sad, tragic group, Ladies Code, Galaxy.
Oh man,
amazing song.
Yeah, I really like. Again, I didn't really hear of Ladies Code until after the accident. Unfortunately.
Okay, I knew I'd followed them from the beginning, so
yeah,
I was.
But no, like this song is like, and like the song itself is really good, and I guess it's the sort of like.
We're talking about Galaxy, right?
Yeah, it's a.
Galaxy,
I love the style of the song. It's like really like chill and laid back, and I guess if you pay attention enough to the music video, there's a lot of like symbolism, for the members that they lost.
Yeah,
like,
for people
there's
don't know.
There's like empty chairs or whatever in the music video, so it's a really well done music video. I guess we'll just have to see how they handle I guess future promotions, because they didn't really. I guess they
had another song this year.
Yeah, they had another song, but I guess I don't know. I don't think they were getting promoted like too heavily.
They did perform a little bit, but I don't think
they promoted very long. It's just such a weird.
Probably just promote it for a couple weeks and then call it a day.
It's such a weird and unfortunate situation, considering the deaths, and I guess it's just still so fresh in everyone's mind. So,
Yep.
And,
was that last year? Or
2015? So if people don't know, Ladies Code was a 5-member group. In 2014, I believe. I'm checking right now.
Was that when they debuted?
No, they debuted in 2013.
Yeah, and I believe
so they debuted in 2013. And then the car accident was September 3rd, 2014. Their manager was speeding.
Oh, it was that long ago.
Well, it was raining.
Like it feels so fresh in my mind, because I remember it was just it's such a huge thing, because I don't think
it's ever happened before.
Yeah, I don't think, and it's surprising that it hasn't.
No, it was.
It's surprising.
So they car accidents, but not really deaths.
Yeah, they got in a car accident.
You always hear of car accidents or somebody like getting injured or whatever, but never like something on that scale.
Yeah,
and then 2 of the members, Unbi and Rise, they passed away. And so then they did.
Yeah, they were really young too. So
they were like, I think like 18, 19 probably. Yeah. I can check.
But yeah, like I hope that they don't.
Rise was 23, so they're a little older than I thought.
I'm 23 years old right now, so that's
exactly.
And I mean, I hope that they don't like decide. I mean, I can understand if they decide to like disband the group, considering I guess like the tortured history. But I really hope that they don't.
I think they actually are happy to continue.
Yeah, I hope that they
to honor them.
Yeah, because I mean.
It's probably what the other members would have wanted anyways.
Yeah, definitely.
So.
And from the music that they're putting out, I think is still really good. So, hopefully people will still be there to support them.
For sure.
Yep. So next is Lee with Breathe.
Who?
Lehigh, sorry.
Oh.
I was reading in Korean Korean pronunciation, because it would be E as an I, like
Lehigh. Okay.
Lehigh, sorry.
Yeah, no.
Well, I guess technically that's her real name is E-Hi-E.
Yeah.
E-I-E, yeah. So.
So yeah, that's weird. I'd be E Andrew, right? Because they
don't,
E.
Yeah, there's no L.
They pronounce the L.
No.
So.
Well, it's literally spelled E like in Korean. It's just the circle
or Y-I, or I think they added the L to make it look cool or something.
No, they did. They add the romanizations gets added because like it just looks weird in Korean to just be if their last name was E.
Just E. Yeah. Okay. So anyways, that's that. Again, that's another album I really recommend you guys check out. The entire thing is awesome.
Mm-hmm. I think she of the certain artist. Her voice is like very like on top of like quality. She's a really good singer.
Yeah, I followed her since K-Pop Star season 1, right? Yeah, season 1.
Yeah, I think she
was runner up to Park Jimin from 15 and.
But I mean, I guess like
all her music's great.
But I guess that's interesting though, because am I wrong in saying that like I think Lehigh is kind of more popular now?
Probably.
Well,
I'd say so.
Maybe because she got signed to such a big company, so I mean, I
think. Well, I mean, Jimin Park is in JYP as well.
Yeah.
But both of them put out awesome music, actually. Both of them.
Yeah, definitely. They're both really good.
From Lehigh's album, I'm going to recommend one track. It'll be F With Us, featuring Doki. That song's awesome.
Okay. Next is Lovely's Something I Added to Destiny, which is their newest song, I believe. They may have had something more recent. I like them a lot. I don't know about you guys.
They're Woolim, right?
Yeah,
I've seen all their stuff.
They-
I just don't really follow them.
I don't really follow them too.
they use a lot of strings, so they kind of remind me of IU.
Mm.
Yeah.
That kind of music, like Good Day type stuff. And then also they have a lot of like chip tune sounding stuff added with the strings. It's actually really cool. I don't
Okay.
I think Destiny is a really good example if I remember correctly, because I kind of listened to their whole albums just in the car and it gets mixed up what songs what. But yeah, I can find some stuff. Like it's like strings mixed with chiptune sounding type stuff in the background, kind of. Next is Luna, Free Somebody, which was her debut single.
Excellent.
Yeah, really
really
good.
good
Like,
song.
So
it's-
good.
Like maybe because I think I like it so much because it sounds so much like a Disclosure song. Like they're a really popular like British EDM group. So
Okay.
like that, like the sound signature, like the sound.
Yeah,
is
it's
so
a really
much.
cool like EDM sounding song.
I like how it's like an EDM disco kind of thing. Is
Yeah,
awesome.
and no, like this, it sounds so much like a Disclosure mixed with like a Janet Jackson sort of vibe kind of song.
Yeah.
Like the music video was so like Janet Jackson, like old school, like 80s. Like I guess kind
Like,
of what
the
popular
dress with the Powerpuff Girl on it.
Oh, yeah, that's the brand that did that is Moshino. Oh, I love that brand. Like the guy
Oh, cool.
that the head designer of Moshino, or like the one that's in charge of their collections, Jeremy Scott. He's actually friends.
Oh, Jeremy Scott. Okay,
Yeah,
I know him.
he's friends with, or he was friends
CL?
with 21. Yeah, so like you'd see CL and like the rest of 21 walking around in his clothes. So yeah,
Yep.
Next, Mamamoo, the group that brought us together.
yeah.
You're
Yeah.
the best.
Claus's legs.
Plus legs. For president.
Andrew took a picture of Mamamoo on
Yeah,
stage.
that
when
makes
he
it sound
saw them.
creepy or something. Like
Well, no, on stage while
you
they
were right
were
underneath them
performing.
too, like,
Not like that. Not like
So
that.
and then posted it in a Facebook group that we're all in. It's kind of how we found each other.
Mhm.
So yeah, good song. Good song.
Decal Comedy.
No,
or
it's
is it-
You're the
You're the
Best.
best.
You're the best.
We-
Okay,
yeah.
still. Speaking of like back when we were talking about AOA had to change their MV. Decal Comedy got taken down and then put back up as
Yeah.
well.
Did it really? I didn't
Because
hear
Because
about
the
it's
that.
one
like,
part was like
geez.
really creepy.
Sexual
Oh,
assault.
really?
Like, yeah, it was
Yeah.
super creepy.
No,
Ne-
if there's another song
okay.
that I can recommend from Mamamoo's like recent album, it's Taller Than You, because pretty much
for
it's
Melting.
it's them doing an entire like satirical Eminem style. Like it sounds like an
Yeah,
Eminem
Eminem.
song.
Sounds
Really?
like the real Slim
I haven't
Shady.
listened to it. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, no, it's pretty much an Eminem song, except all the lyrics are them making fun of like how short the other members are. So like it's a
Yeah.
diss track about the other members. That's
About
how
each
amazing
other.
it is.
That's pretty awesome. Next is Mob, Mino and Bobby with Full House.
Thought was awesome. Genius collaboration. It's like the
Yeah,
new
really.
if you
It-
think about it,
it's
it's like the
the
new
new top
generation
in
GD top.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much
definitely.
like beat for beat. Like it's
Yeah. And Full House is
so
a really cool song.
Mm.
I actually sent that to some friends that have like no interest in K-pop at all. They're just
Yeah.
like hip hop fans, and they liked it.
yeah,
a lot.
definitely because
They'll also like Bobby's Hole Up. That goes really hard.
Okay, I'll have to check that out and send that to them. Next is the group no one understands, NCTU, The Seventh Sense.
Okay,
This is a song we
SM.
chose.
What is NCT?
We don't know, but the song's good. So
And why is Mark in every group?
Yeah, why
yeah,
is it?
Except
yeah, we're
for
gonna come
he
up
won't
with
be in
NCT Mark.
NCT Mark,
NCT
but he
Mark.
won't be in it.
Yeah, without Mark.
Yeah.
But
So
no.
yeah, that song's
But no, the
There's
Seventh
the-
Sense. I think of all the NCT groups,
Awesome.
I think the Seventh Sense is like the best song because I like again that like
Yeah.
whole like I guess mostly because you wouldn't really think it was an SM song because it's got like heavy like trap beats. Like you'd think it was like
Yeah,
yeah.
it sounds like AOMG or something like
yeah,
that.
like definitely like it sort of sounds kind of like that, like something that like of a more like hip hop like sort of group.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's really the only release we got from NCTU this year. So hopefully we'll see more of it in
I hope they bring them back together because I like that formation they had going with the 5 members.
Yeah.
It worked the best by far. I think they're
Yeah,
better than
because the
127
other,
in my opinion,
like
musically and all that.
127 and Dream just have a lot of members.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and then Dreams like full of like
Like
13-year-old boys.
They're literally children. They're
Makes me feel creepy watching them.
Yeah, no, it's like the whole their whole concept is that they're all like Korean flower boys.
Yeah. Next we have Oh My Girl, the girl group most famous for being the favorite of all their girl groups.
Yeah.
With Liar Liar.
Yeah,
For some reason, girl group members of other groups just love Oh My Girl so much.
yeah.
I really wish Closer was this year because I would have
Closer is my
rooted
favorite
for that
song
on
by
that
far,
on that
but-
list.
But yeah, Liar Liar is what we picked this year because I wasn't a huge fan of their reggae weird summer song.
I guess, but no, I think my favorite would be One Step, Two Step.
Was that this year?
I think that was this year.
Was it? Well, yeah, but was that a single?
No, it was an album.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's the name of the album?
No, like it's
like.
Oh, it's like an album.
Do we have
track?
an MV
no, that's
for
the,
it?
or like it has like different names. Let me double check. Like, at least that's what my friend Pat says is the proper name for.
Okay, because I can't remember the other songs. I just remember
it's called One Step, Two Step, or it's called Step by Step.
I don't know that one.
Okay,
me neither.
Whatever.
We
put Liar Liar on.
It did come out this year though. It didn't have an MV, I believe. But
it doesn't have an MV.
It doesn't have an MV, but I think it was one of the songs that they were.
It was a good song. Okay. Next we have Rainbow, group that disbanded with Woo.
R.I.P.
Woo. I played that on repeat all the time.
It's a really good song. It's really catchy. We didn't know it was their last song. The music video is like really low budget for some reason.
It's
like,
I think they did it really good though.
They did. I actually think this was directed by them.
Really? If I would have just looked at the music video, I would have predicted that was done by like the guy who did like EXID's Up and Down. Like it looks like sort of similar to that style, like that low budget, like weird stuff.
Yeah,
make
just
it
like
good
a weird like 80s like music video.
Yeah,
kind of vibe.
I could be wrong. I do know they directed one of their own music videos. Like it could have been like Sunshine.
That's cool.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, Woo was their last song. We didn't know it at the time, but they decided to disband later after being
Jisuk, please keep doing stuff. I love you.
Everyone, all of them. Everyone, Jake Young. Next, Red Velvet, Russian Roulette, amazing song.
Yeah.
Such a good song. That was one of the best songs of the year.
No, it's sort of the success of Russian Roulette sort of puts their whole like Red and Velvet concept in flux though, because
they decided they're not doing that anymore.
Yeah, because I guess
they're only doing the red, or is it only the velvet? I don't know.
No, I think they're just like gonna fusion them.
Technically speaking, the whole Russian Roulette album was a mixture of Red and Velvet.
Okay, yeah, that's what they said. The albums wouldn't be separate anymore.
So it's not A side and B side anymore.
Okay, wait. I guess to explain, but for the people who don't know, like they had the original concept of Red Velvet is that one set of songs or one album would be sort of more like poppy, sort of upbeat sort of songs, and then the following album would be the opposite. The Velvet side would be sort of like ballads, which was what One of These Nights was. Like no detriment to that. I think that was a really good release. Like I loved all the songs in that.
No, all their releases
are
really good.
I think there's among like really big like top tier groups. I think there's a real lack of like straight up R&B. Like R&B, like slow songs.
For sure.
So I hope they don't entirely abandon. I know though that release wasn't as popular as Russian Roulette was, but I hope they don't entirely abandon the concept.
One of These Nights was one of my favorite songs.
One of These Nights is really good.
Definitely.
One thing I wanna say about Red Velvet is I want to see him go back as well and do like similar style to when they remade "Be Natural" by SES. That was awesome. Back in 2014, I believe that was.
Next is Shiny, One of One.
Awesome
Great song. Really
Actually, I think I voted for Tell Me What to Do, but I think those guys wanted One of One more. But
I wanted One of One for sure. I like One of One a lot. Unfortunately, Onu was hurt during that music video. So he was sitting down the whole time and not performing. But
he was like superimposed over the MV, just his image like in the middle of the shot.
Just like a cardboard cutout.
Yeah, like with them dancing next to it.
Yep.
He's there in spirit.
Yeah.
Next is Sistar with one of my favorite songs by them of all time. I like that. It's a really good song. Came out this year. And they have a lot of good songs, so I like that being one of my favorites.
Sistar is pretty consistent as of late.
Yeah.
Actually,
definitely.
They're really good.
Yep. Then our favorites, Taeyeon. We decided with Y.
Yep.
The dance version.
11-11. 11-11 also, though. I mean, I'm just like...
11-11's so good.
Yeah, 11-11.
And Rain.
It's such a good feels song. Like,
they're
both
all
11-11 and Rain are very good, like, feels.
But I think
emo songs.
Because it's the music video playlist, the dance version of Y is just so good.
The
choreography is so good for that song.
It's such a far cry of like how far SM choreography has come.
Yeah.
Like I don't think SM choreography started getting good until EXO came around, to be completely honest, because everything, like, SM would keep mistakes in their MVs. Like,
oh yeah,
before,
I remember like
it's
Tiffany
so
mistakes
bad.
in MVs, like that being a thing.
Like there was one SNSD MV. It was a Japanese release where like Jessica was like did a completely different move from the rest of everyone, and they kept it in the video. Like
I'm pretty
bring
sure
on the lazy Jess
there's
memes.
like a pretty blatant Tiffany mistake in choreography in one part. Yeah, they definitely weren't great about that. But yeah, Y is.
And then no, like I guess like
amazing.
for both music videos, like the dance version is really good, and I guess like and maybe that's I guess something with SM in general. Like a lot of their music videos they filmed in California. Like
yeah, they do that a lot.
Press Your Number was filmed in California. Y was filmed in California.
Ice Cream Cake was as well, I think.
Really?
In the desert, somewhere. Maybe it was Nevada. I don't know, but it was in the United States.
Yeah, that seems to be like SM's favorite spot because a lot of like anything with like dancers they hire hiring from that West Coast dance scene.
Like the next song, Tiffany, I Just Want to Dance.
Yeah.
Well, that was filmed in her hometown though. Like apparently that bedroom
it was in California.
in that
was in SF.
Apparently what?
That was in San Francisco?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay.
Or Diamond Bar at least.
Cool.
Anyways, apparently the room that Tiffany's sitting in one of the shots is like her actual room for when she was a kid.
Really? It
cool.
looks like a hotel like they went into or something.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking like they just stripped the bed and just put left the mattress.
That's actually pretty cool though that she's still like she can still go to like her original house.
Yeah. Oh, I'm pretty sure her father still lives there. So.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, I Just Want to Dance. Amazing. Tiffany solo.
It's the
my top album of the year actually, because I love Tiffany so much. Like,
Tiffany's the best.
Like I guess to like disclose our biases in SNSD. Mine would be. Oh, actually, no. Again, mine was Jessica, but unfortunately, the Ice Princess.
Yeah,
left
who is
us.
it now?
oh, she's still in SNSD. I swear.
She
No,
in
isn't.
spirit.
She
but no,
still counts. She still counts.
Overwhelmingly.
She wanted to leave.
Yeah.
And then got kicked out because she kept going back and forth.
Yeah, but no. Overwhelmingly, mine right now is Soo Young. Like,
Oh
my god,
Soo Young's great.
she's.
She was my first
Soo Young.
bias. Soo Young was my first bias, but then I fell in love
They
with
need
Tiffany.
like SM needs to let
I
her
love
do a
Tiffany.
solo album because she's a pretty good songwriter. So
Yeah, for sure. I hope she writes more songs for SNSD 10th anniversary album. I hope that'll go through.
or maybe she could do a station. Like I'd love for her to do like.
Oh,
I
I'm
wouldn't be
surprised she
surprised if
hasn't
she has.
submitted for
Yeah.
one because even Yuna got one, I think.
Yuna's getting a second one this year.
Yeah.
She said she wanted to do a second one, so
Because I believe how it's set up is that the artists just apply to SM and then they're like, yeah,
Well,
go ahead.
maybe she didn't have time to work on it because she was working on.
Yeah, it could be.
I think she was working on a drama this year, like a. It was sort of like an NCIS type of or a CSI type of show. So I didn't watch it.
that's kind of funny. Next, the nation's new girl group, Twice with TT.
TT.
Oh,
we
my
decided
God.
TT over
Already
Cheer Up.
100 million views in like
Cheer
2
Up.
months.
Cheer Up's probably like more popular. I feel like Cheer Up's more popular in Korea, like overall.
He's the
but-
shy.
Yeah, shy.
Yeah,
But
like,
TT
no, like,
is
no,
amazing.
Like, Shy is popular in Japan. Like that's.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Well,
That's
Shy is popular everywhere.
Yeah,
Like.
no,
The
but like,
far-reaching
that
power of
whole,
Sana.
those 3 words is what made Twice like that popular
Huge.
in Japan.
And then so we chose TT. We like TT a lot better.
Yep.
I mean, we love Cheer Up, but TT is just so
Again,
good.
I still can't say it without cracking up because
Oh yeah.
yeah, in Tagalog, TT is the word for penis. So whenever I listen to the lyrics, I'm just like, oh no. I know they don't really mean that, but
And it's to be continued. So
yeah,
hopefully
they said
soon we get.
They released that on what,
Twice
like,
Coaster Lane 2. Come on.
Yep.
like they released that MV like around Halloween because the whole like MV is like Halloween themed.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
the Halloween costumes the whole time.
They have 3 MVs that have something to do with Halloween. The first one was zombies.
Yeah.
Yep.
The
Zombies.
second one was all about costumes, and the third one was Halloween and costumes.
So like, is that their theme then? They're just gonna go. They're gonna come back
You
around.
just do Halloween.
Yeah, just
Next, we have Wuju Sonyo or Cosmic Girls.
Yep.
I chose Catch Me. I wasn't sure if you guys had a preference. I didn't remember.
I like both. They released 2 MVs, right? Or is it 3 now?
Well, they have like 3 now, or 3. Well, I guess this was 2017, the newest one that just came out. But
I
yeah,
guess,
they had 3 because they had 2 for their debut. They had Catch Me and what is the name of it? It was the more poppy one. I'm gonna look it up because I should know this. And then they had a Secret was later. That was the one that came out later.
Oh.
I just remember the more poppy debut song had what's his name? It was Momo. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Momo.
I just looked it up too.
So yeah,
much
Momo and Catch
in,
Me
in K-pop now. There's
Catch Me
Momo
came
Land.
out.
There's a song Momo Mo. There's a twice member Momo. So many Mos.
So yeah, we chose Catch Me. I like Catch Me a lot more. It's more of like hip hop style. Like
I'll probably agree with
sounding.
that selection actually.
Yeah.
I like Momo a lot too, and I like Secret too, and both those albums are really good. But Catch Me was definitely the one that stood out for music videos. After that, Wonder Girls, Why So Lonely.
Oh,
Maybe their last song.
Oh, I
Dude,
hope
please renew your contracts,
please.
Wonder Girls. I just
Yeah.
want a full album again because Reboot was
we
a
didn't
masterpiece.
get it. Yeah, Reload is amazing. So Why So Lonely.
Again, because maybe it's just because they tapped into that whole like 80s like nostalgia vibe.
Oh yeah, it was so good.
So good, and like
it was so good. But
I really like the reggae vibe of Why So
Yeah,
Lonely.
definitely.
Why So
It was
Lonely
awesome.
is the one this year. They kind of went with the reggae style. It's still a band concept.
yeah, and
I
I
think-
think
good.
I don't know if this is like taboo to say or not, but I kind of like Wonder Girls as a band better.
I do too. I
I like Wonder
I
Girls as a
agree.
band better than they were as like a
like
5
Reboot is so good.
Because it's such a unique sound compared to what everything else that's in K-pop. Because again, a lot of as iconic as a lot of like their older stuff, like Nobody
Like
was.
Nobody. Or, yeah.
So
Which
hot.
is Nobody was technically the first K-pop song I ever heard because they played that a lot at Filipino parties for some reason. Like people like
Filipino parties.
Yeah, no, they line dance to Nobody for some reason.
Nobody but you. Everyone's just singing it.
I know the move. Like that's
I love that.
Yeah.
Second to last is new. Well, not new, but she's the rapper in 5-Star, but Yezi with Cider.
Oh, yeah, I know her.
She had
That was
her
an awesome song.
debut single. Yeah, she's the rapper in 5-Star. She was on Unpretty Rap Star 2, I think, something like
Okay.
that.
Yeah, she was last year. So she wasn't on
Oh.
this year, which is 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know she got kicked out because I remember in Cider apparently there's some diss lines for Mnet for like evil editing.
Yeah, I remember.
Like,
I
editing
remember
her
the
badly.
controversy.
Yep.
But I mean,
So she dissed them a little bit in
props
Cider.
props to someone for actually like releasing a straight up diss track. Like,
Against
not
a
the
huge
whole
company
song.
like Mnet.
I know it's a
yeah,
couple.
like
a couple.
you like again going back to the whole concept that like K-pop is very much like corporate and under like
Corporate.
behind the veil. Like
Yep.
nobody with like a contractor, like nobody wanting to make it in the industry would ever dare like diss one of the like biggest companies in like all of Korea. Just even outside of like K-pop. So
Yep. So yeah, that's a really good song. And then last, because it's a Z, is Zico.
Zico.
With I Am You, You Are Me.
which is an amazing song.
Yep.
And
Everything from Zico is almost always good, actually. He's a phenomenal rapper.
Yeah, and I think I like how diverse his musical styles are, because he's not just a rapper or whatever. Like he ain't just a rapper or whatever. Like
But I'm not a rapper.
yeah, I'm not a rapper though. But yeah, like again, like that sort of diverse, sort of musical style. I guess, or I think this came out after we did the list. But a quick shout out to Bermuda Triangle, which is an
awesome
amazing song.
Yeah, Bermuda's
Phenomenal.
Is that considered a
Dean
Zico
and
song?
Crush. Yeah.
I don't know,
Or
because it says Zico featuring
featuring them?
yeah, so
Dean and Crush.
Dean and Crush. So
Okay, so that was the list. 2 big changes that we need to make. We need to add Big Bang. Which song do we add?
I'm gonna vote
or-
for F It. Yeah.
Okay.
definitely that one.
Though I love Last
And
Dance. That whole
I-
album is
Because
awesome.
I think I like Last Dance for the sentimental value, because again it's really their goodbye
their last
until they come back from military duty.
So I'll as much as I don't want to, but I want to keep it 50, and I'll remove CLC.
Or no, we could
'cause I
just
think
maybe we could just make this
No,
the addendum.
we'll make an addendum, and then change Jessica's song from Fly to Wonderland.
Okay.
yeah,
the other
I
change.
agree with that.
Oh, and then I guess maybe just another like really quick shout out to Dumbfounded's the song that he put out last
Kai
week.
by Bo.
Yeah, Rock Paper Scissors. He did it with it was
Jesse.
It was Dumbfounded, Jesse, and like 2 other rappers. Their names are escaping me right now, but really, really good song.
Crap, I almost knew his name. Like Microdot is one of them.
Yeah, Microdot and Lyrics.
Yeah, Lyrics. Okay.
Okay. And
I guess that wraps up the podcast for the
thing.
one thing.
I
Right?
want to say one thing.
Okay, go ahead.
Just for the music video playlist, I'll put it up on our YouTube channel. I'll remake it on our YouTube channel because right now this is under mine.
Mm-hmm.
And then make it public, and we'll link it in the description so people can use that playlist to listen to all the songs.
Oh yeah, and definitely let us know if we missed anything because again, we're there's only so much like K-pop we can keep track of.
Yeah, and we tried to keep it to 50.
We also had to eliminate a lot of stuff that we came up with.
Yeah, there was
a
lot of
stuff.
That we
like all the station music. Oh my god, that whole playlist was half station.
I think like 2016, we really got spoiled this year. Just a lot of good stuff from just even outside like the big 3 like companies. There's just a lot of quality stuff that's coming out from even small.
Got to even out all the casualties.
Yeah, definitely. We needed like all this good music had to like even out the fact that we lost so many groups this year. So you know, hopefully 2017 will be as diverse and as affluent of sort of just like good songs.
Yep. All right, so we're gonna wrap it up now.
Yeah.
Yep, all right. Yeah. So this has been the very first episode of DaebakCast. We hope you'll stay tuned with us. Subscribe if you like everything. Leave us comments, feedback. We need as much as we can get because we're just starting out.
Yep.
So
tell your friends.
Follow us on all our social media. Those should be somewhere down in the
all
corner
in the
here. I'm not looking at my OBS.
Did they actually add at DaebakCast our
Oh yeah,
Twitter?
we have our own Twitter.
We actually do.
Yeah, that'll also be in the description. Follow us there. Andrew might put it on screen. Who knows? And this has been the DaebakCast. So see you later.
Yep. See you guys.
Bye.